Welcome to Dicefunctional, where a bunch of us friends have fun playing D&D, and we share the story with you guys. Thank you all for tuning in. If this is your first time, ignore Connor while he does that, and warmest of welcomes to all of you. We have a little bit of fun, and kind of maybe getting into some new stuff. Just got through a heavy fight, and yeah, good time to tune in. But before we actually begin our game, let's go ahead and introduce the players. We are down one today, as Cole, who normally plays Cal, is off doing other things today. Family matters. But for the players that are here, first we're going to start with Becca playing our rather feisty rogue, and one convinced that disarming traps with her body is the best way to do it, Deah.
Is there another way to do that?
I don't think so.
I haven't found it.
Yeah, I haven't found that one yet. Next, we have Michelle, who is playing our token wizard, and a recent addition to the Dead Language Club, Rudi.
You can't understand what I'm saying right now.
Exactly. Next, we have Jess playing the Paladin Fighter and Demon Grinder Supreme, Mercy.
I want to kill them all.
She grinds on demons.
She does.
Oh.
I mean, if they're hot.
Yay.
There are lots of blades involved. It's kinky.
No.
Next, we have Jill playing our meme lord, bard fighter, and inventor of the cha-cha shoot, Ro.
Every day we drift further and further from God's light on this goddamn show.
Were we ever in the light in the first place?
Dicefunctional.
That's the
Everything's bad.
everything is bad.
It's all bad.
Next, we have Kate playing our other rogue, and one finally back from the fair, Maury.
I got laid.
Thanks.
I just want you to know that is going to be on the internet forever.
I want
Remember
somebody.
when Jill just said, every day we strive further from God's light?
Right? Like, it feels oddly appropriate.
Michelle, please do me a favor and cut that audio, and just give it as a little
Just
sound.
beep it. Just
It's
bleep
going,
it.
no. It's don't worry, I will. I'll be doing that
That's
tonight.
amazing. All right. It doesn't matter. It's already on there. We're going to go ahead and 180 course to talk about Jolly next, who plays our sorcerer, token precious bean, an angel with more wings than anybody thought, Maddie.
What the fuck, Connor?
Yep, exactly. And then finally, we have myself, Jace, playing the paladin barbarian and squisher of all things demonic, Gael. Featuring a dog that's sometimes a sword and a sword that's sometimes a dog, but we have our DM ready, Connor. Go ahead and take it away. Connor.
Wake up, it's time to D&D.
All right.
He's locked and loaded.
So, where we last left our group of intrepid adventurers, they had just managed to defeat the big bad for this, I suppose, chapter of the game. A changeling by the name of Tuct, who appeared to have been under the control of a demon by the name of Ozagamond. They successfully managed to keep Tuct alive, destroy the demon, so they think, and prevent the city from charging further and further towards Patricia to eventually destroy a city. Revelations were had, and people were killed last session, only to then be brought back due to a few sacrifices given up by some other players. The tiefling wizard, Erudite, who was killed by one of the elementals that were protecting Tuct, was brought back from death. Missing something, unfortunately. And where we last left off, you guys had made your way to a library where said tiefling wizard had retrieved a very interesting book. Now, I will say, just because you have had a bit of time to think it over, and you had plenty of time to think it over when you were inside that room, if you do wish to grab a different book, you can.
No, she's taking that book.
You're taking the Spellweaver book. Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody else was more or less resting up for the night.
I don't remember if I actually mentioned anything in person, but I don't think she will at the moment. If she didn't, she won't currently. She'll just.
I will make it clear at 6 points of exhaustion, you die.
Huh?
When you reach 6 levels of
Oh,
exhaustion,
no. I'm saying she's
you
not.
die.
No, that's not what I'm saying, Connor. No, I'm going to sleep.
Okay, good.
No. I'm going to sleep.
She's treating it as though she was taking the last rest of the night.
Yeah.
Like the last watch.
No, what I was saying. No, what I'm saying. I don't read the book. And that's not what I'm saying. I don't tell anybody about the other books in the.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what you
yeah, yeah. No. I'm taking the book and I'm telling them that I have this book, but I'm not going to mention any of the other 2 books as of yet. Is all I'm
Gotcha.
saying. I'm going to sleep. Erudite is fucking tired, dude.
I got
Well,
you.
it's like you died or
I
something.
died and came back. It's a whole thing. No, I'm going to sleep. I'm fully aware of the 6 points of exhaustion. You die.
Good.
We got
I'm
to
fully
die
aware.
for real.
Because it sounded just like you're going, I'm not going to rest. And I was like,
No. She
this is
go
an
to sleep.
interesting decision you're making. Okay.
She tired.
Um,
She real fucking tired.
So, by the end of your long rest, you will reduce your exhaustion level by 1. As you guys do also have food and drink. So you'll be at exhaustion level 2, meaning your
Yeah.
speed will be halved and you'll have disadvantage on ability checks. But you no longer have disadvantage on attack rolls and saving throws.
Cool. I'll take that.
The next one after 3 was actually a lot worse. Its hit point maximum is halved.
Oh God. Okay, I hate that. Let's
Yeah,
never
it's
reach
not
that.
back.
When you leave the level of exhaustion, but it's a lot easier to die.
Yeah, it's bad. Is there anything you guys wish to do during the rest?
Erudite sleeps.
Fair enough. No one?
Well, I told you what I was just doing.
Yes. You will be taking a point of exhaustion as you do not sleep.
Yeah.
Nah.
Okay.
Would sacrificing my sleep get me a point of exhaustion?
Yes.
Okay, then never mind.
All right. In that case, morning comes. You are left largely unbothered by any other creatures, save for the periodic sound of, wildlife outside. And morning rises in the academy. What else do you guys want to do?
Investigate
I'm gonna-
everything.
Erudite's gonna get up. Like Erudite pretty much gets up with the sun. Because she probably went to sleep, like knocked out like a light, gets up pretty much with the sun. So
Mm.
like when everyone else gets up, she's kind of like already looking over the journal and reading it and making notes and stuff.
The journal or the book?
The journal. Like she's
Oh, yes.
she's
You're doing
seeing
the
things-
decoding.
Yeah, the decoding part. Yeah. So she's already looking it over and making notes and whatnot.
Okay. Works for me. Other people?
In all seriousness, Morgan's gonna wake up and go check out the rest of the academy.
I want to explore.
Me too.
All right. Now, I will say, while you guys certainly could spend a few days searching through the academy, it would take literally days to search through the entire academy. Because it's a bit like going to a college campus and saying, I want to look for everything here. It's going to be
Well,
really difficult for you to do that.
I think we are taking like 2 days at least before we do anything.
Okay.
It's more like 2 days at max.
Yeah.
Well,
But probably 2 days.
Well-
At the very least, basically the way I'll handle it is I'll let you guys all do an investigation check or perception if you're not looking for anything hidden. And I will tell you if you find anything of note. If there's something in particular you're looking for, then tell me and I can try to steer it in that direction.
Is there a directory?
A directory as in like a map of the academy?
Yes.
No, there is not.
Damn it. And I also realized we probably wouldn't be able to read it.
I will
Okay.
I will do something. Can I do something real
Yes.
quick? I'm going to hand my detect magic glasses to Mercy for now. And I'm going to tell her I'm not planning on leaving here, and if you guys are going to go out and explore, you might want these. So I'm going to give them, and I'm going to unattune from them for now, and just give them to her
Okay.
for her to attune to. So
It will of course take you 10 minutes to attune to those, Mercy, but they will allow you to more or less be constantly under the effect of detect magic.
Mercy's gonna put them on, look down at Ro, and go, "Do I look like a nerd?
Oh, more so than usual. Absolutely.
Ouch.
Damn, bitch. No need to read me."
All right.
Yeah.
So you will attune to
She's
those.
just gonna put them on.
For the time being, you have one of your attunement slots taken up by the detect magic goggles. You can see, glasses. You can see magic much in the same way as someone under the effect of the detect magic spell. But the stronger the magic is, the brighter it is. And if it is too strong, it will actually be a bit blinding.
If you find anything, just bring it back here and I'll identify. Also, Gael, do you think you could stay here? I'd
That's
like to speak with you.
that is my plan.
Okay.
We're going on a trip.
Shut up. So, how many of you are going searching? It's you three. Anybody else?
Nope. Deah's just staying near Talked.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jace.
Gail's staying with Rudy.
Gotcha. Jolly.
Nah, I'm staying with Deah.
Gotcha.
Don't give me that look. Don't give me that look.
Uh-huh.
It's too late. Okay. So in that case, I will have the three who are going searching throughout the academy to make me either perception checks or investigation checks, depending on whether or not they are looking for hidden objects or just for whatever they can find.
Perception.
Your investigation's a -1.
I'll do perception.
Your perception's a 1.
I'll do perception.
Oh, damn it.
I would- But they don't let the cursed person touch yours.
That's not because I'm good.
Also, kind of just for reference, I do have the map out just in case there's hidden rooms because Mercy is convinced there are hidden rooms here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna do perception and pray.
Hey,
Rose blind.
I like that none of us are investigating.
Yeah.
So we probably should have.
Right, too late. There was nothing in particular you guys were like, I want to see if I can find this or this, right? Like you guys are just kind of looking.
Mercy doesn't really understand what an academy is.
What is school?
So she's just kind of
What are we?
trying to figure out what the fuck this place is.
I was just looking in general for anything that looks valuable and that I could resell.
As is Morgan. Oh, she
With an 8.
Mainly Mercy seeing if anything glows because she is now very interested in these classes.
Gotcha. So one of you is looking for shiny things, the other two are looking for shiny things.
Different shiny things.
Uh-huh.
Come on.
Uh-huh.
We're just gonna make a pile of shiny shit.
Yeah. Like a bunch of magpies.
Excuse you.
Yeah,
Morgan's
I mean,
a
that's just-
crow.
Oh boy. Okay. So Ro, you do your best to kind of make your way through the building and look for things. And very swiftly you realize this place is big. It's very big. It's quite difficult to find anything really noteworthy. You do find a small pouch kind of like hidden under a table, though. That's nice.
Hell yeah.
Morgan, you wind up finding yourself in a few back rooms. And in this one, you would find... Hey, I'll let you do the roll. I want you to roll me a d4, call odds or evens.
Oh no. Let's say odds.
Okay. Evens. Okay.
No.
All right. So you're in a back room and you find yourself looking at a small. It looks almost like a storage area of sorts. And inside, you still find a few things that look to be in good shape. Remarkably, I will point out, most of you notice that most everything inside of this academy has held itself up very, very well. At least compared to the rest of this city. And in this room, you find what appears to be about 4 scrolls that look to be still in good shape.
Okay, can I look them? I can't look them over. I'm gonna grab them and stick them in my bag. Is there anything like physical, like not like books, but like magical objects that I would notice?
You would notice a wand, but that's about it.
I'll take the wand too.
Okay, you have a wand.
All right. Is there anything else?
No.
Like, dang it.
No.
Would I be able to find, like, I assume that there's like a magical shop class around. Would I be able to see if I could find that?
You probably should have asked that in the first place if you're looking for magic shop class.
Sorry.
And also, that's an oddly specific thing to be looking for inside of this magic academy.
It's like that's like.
Where's
Well-
Where's Wizard Woodworking 101?
Learn how to make magic.
I'm
It's
not
behind the shed. Just keep walking. It's on your right. If you've passed the statue holding a scroll, you've gone too far.
Too far.
I mean, like practical classes, hands-on stuff. I don't know, studio art, but magic.
Yeah, okay. You keep an eye out for that, and you don't really find much in the way of that type of classrooms. Nothing that you can find.
Okay.
And Mercy, you would manage to find one object rolling around in what appears to be probably a teacher's desk at one point. And you manage to find something just kind of rolling around inside of it.
I want to see what it is.
It's a very small little leather pouch, teeny tiny. Like really, like I'd say like a dime bag would actually probably be the best example.
Jesus Christ.
It's like it's size wise, it was the first thing that came to mind.
Oh my-
It's a teeny tiny little bag that's held for like like beads and stuff like that. It's tiny.
Because she's had bad experiences, she's gonna hold it out from her and then shake it to see what it sounds like first.
It's a small little leather bag, and it sounds like a little thing is going. It sounds like it's one object.
And then she's gonna pocket it and just hand it to Rudi later.
Okay, you will pocket said object. All right. I will say that will take up most of the day, as there is quite a bit to look through.
Is there anything shiny?
No.
Okay. I have to ask.
I would have told you.
Okay.
While they were looking around the place, was there anything else you guys wanted to do of note?
Me?
Yes.
I mean, probably takes her like longer than usual to decode because her brain is still very tired.
You are
mean-
quite tired, yes.
Her brain is still like, but when she's done, she's gonna look at Gael. She's gonna, I think we need to talk. Maybe not here. Let's go outside. I could use the sun a little bit right now.
That makes
Be
sense.
nice.
There we go.
So he's gonna help. Oh,
Absolutely, because you are quite tired.
oh, I'm so bad. I hurt still a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like that for a day or two.
It's exhausting.
That's not an easy trip to make. It's not one you're supposed to do more than once or twice, maybe at most.
I met Silas. I think at this point we would want to go to Whispers.
Most likely. Or more accurate, the other guys are going to go into whispers as we can still stream this. Yep. Sorry, everybody.
Bye, bitch.
Okay, give me a sec. Bye.
Tell me when everyone's gone.
Everybody's gone. Becca?
Yeah,
Okay.
she's muted.
So,
I met Phyllis.
Thias.
Thias. I'm sorry, brain. Her brain's not working. It's fine. I met. Whatever. Okay.
Oh, so he's
Sorry,
still
Connor.
there?
I mean, everything's foggy. I remember him. I think he told me he'd been there since before the schism.
Yeah,
I don't know.
he was the one who showed me the garden up here.
He thanked. I think he thanked. He thanked us
He thanked
for
us.
coming. I think so.
For what?
It's all for coming here. He hadn't seen it in a while. He said something like that. It's all, very foggy. I think he asked us how many we were. I don't know. I remember being home too, but I don't. It's all a lot.
I feel like that's the easiest thing to remember when you're on that side of things is remember home. I had a similar thing. Did you think
You
of
know-
anyone in particular to look for?
I was looking for Mr. Osteroth. I remember that. Don't think I found him. I don't remember finding him anyway.
Well,
But I
hopefully he's
assume-
found a permanent place then.
Yeah, I assume someone came to find him. A thought occurred to me. If what Thais said was true, is it possible he's in some of the paperwork? She goes through her bag and pulls out all the papers that she's been collecting from the. It's a thought.
Everywhere.
Yeah, she's been collecting it. I think she's missing. I think maybe the green. I think she has everything else.
I believe so, yes.
Yeah, she's just gonna go back and collect the green too. Now.
I don't remember there being any sort of place to lock anybody up other than at the zoo.
But even if he was here, maybe he's here somewhere. I don't know. I might go through it at some point, see if I can maybe find his name, possibly find out some more information about him. I feel bad. If he's been there since before the schism in that place, that's that's so long.
That is a long time, but
Especially-
that's also on him, I feel like.
I don't know. Maybe it's not. I don't know. We don't know.
I've been meaning to. I might have to ask Phrasma about him. See if we can't send someone just to get him moving.
Seems like he's been forgotten about completely. He told me gods can be forgotten too. I think that's what happened here with Amaznin. His followers were all up here, and then they died. No one remembers you when all your followers are dead.
Well, that's true.
I'm gonna
Well-
change that.
That's a good start. We've got a few things.
Yeah,
We've got at least one of the necklaces, and we've got
got a couple
the
of those now. Got the book.
got the book.
I had to translate that. That's gonna take a bit, but I'm gonna do it.
There's the statue, I believe, as well.
hmm
Get
And there's
things
the
going again.
island. I mean, there's
Well,
the island.
That's really hard to miss now. That'll be a lot to explain.
I'm still kind of. I can't be reading this right. There's no way.
I
Ostrogoth
do
was
not
over
think-
500 years old. He humans don't live that long.
Well, maybe he wasn't human.
He
Maybe
was
this
human.
sloth thing or
human.
whatever it was.
I don't. He was human. There was. I think whatever these aspects are, it allows them to live longer. Whatever, it imbues them with some sort of power. Do you think Congaron knows anything about it?
I can't doubt that he does. It
It's
seemed
okay.
like he had his own thing.
I don't know.
Well,
And
I
she
can
started.
tell you this, since you can actually understand this now. When he was talking about who helped him build his tower, is the ancient elves.
Are those the same people in the picture?
I think that is.
Ancient elves? Does that
Aye.
mean they're older than regular elves? I don't understand what that means.
That's my understanding of the word ancient. I don't know much more than that. I know some about the elves, but I'm not what you'd call an expert on that sort of stuff.
No.
It's
know.
never really mattered until now, so I haven't really bothered learning about it.
I mean, that's fair.
I'm trying to
Never.
do better at that, though.
It's okay.
But
We can learn stuff together. There's always
Aye.
room for learning.
aye,
I'm learning every day.
that's one way to look at it. There's a lot to figure out here, and I'll be glad to have you helping me with this because there's a lot to figure out with all of this, and
There's so
it's hard
much.
only noticing some words.
I don't understand these aspect things. I thought maybe at first it was just sins, maybe, or bad things, but then hope and bravery had their things stolen too, and I don't know. It's just she sort of looks at the bracelet that's around her wrist.
With
What is my English, guys?
It happened.
I think this is someone's artifact.
It might be. That should be one explanation for it.
I mean, when we found it, you weren't with us, but someone had twisted it in a way that it shouldn't have been able to be twisted and not broken it, but had mangled it. And magical items, they don't do that. Something was trying to get rid of this. They weren't successful, although they did cause a lot of chaos with crabs.
I will allow you to roll an intelligence check, a wisdom check to remember something.
At a disadvantage, yay!
Yep.
Yeah, that's fun. I'm so tired. Wisdom, whatever. This is not going to go well, you guys.
That sounded right to you.
Yeah, I don't remember. I'm tired. I'll try to remember when I'm not tired.
That's
My brain
fine.
hurt. I don't know. It was a year ago. At this point, I don't remember a lot of things, especially currently. I have to think about it. I'll think about it after. I don't know.
Alright. Take your
I wish I
time.
could-
We're not in a big rush. Not like
Not like this.
we can get off this damn island until it lands. I mean, we can, but I don't feel like trying to fly all the way down.
I think we should talk about that with the group, I suppose. Wait, can you repeat that? I'm sorry, I zoned out for a second. My brain.
I want to wait until we land. So it's not like we can go
Do
a whole
anything
lot
right
of
now?
places.
Speaking of that, of going places, she's gonna look at the map. So you think this is in Odella? I presume it's in Odella because I don't think my father would have gone outside of the continent. I almost said kingdom. Wow, wrong
Yeah.
game.
But I think it might be. It's harder to move a body unless if they have some sort of powerful magic that they can move
Okay.
them off a continent.
If it's Odella, I think I know someone who might be able to help us.
That would be a good place to start.
There was one of our earlier ventures. There was a ranger who was very familiar with the nature of the continent. He was a bit. I don't know what the word is for it. He was a bit scattered, I guess is the word. But he knew the nature of the continent pretty well, and he may be able to help us. And I think I can send him a few messages, probably to describe the map. Connor, weird question. You told me that the burned was to the right, but did you mean to like the left, like when you're looking at it?
It's the
Or to the
it's the
right?
section of the map that looks all
So it's to the
Gray.
left. Okay. I was like very confused when you said to the right. I was like, but the stuff that I'm looking at is to the left. But I think it's when you're looking
that
at it.
fucking map. Yeah, no. It's the stuff to the right.
Okay.
So
hold
to
on.
the left, that's actually supposed to just be a regular forest. To the right,
Okay.
you see how a couple of the trees are a bit scraggly looking.
Okay. Because I'm not gonna actually do the sending. I want to kind of do it because my assumption, an erudite's assumption, would be that if we're describing the map, I can just describe it in plain language because I don't think Dawn would be able to understand dead language. I mean, that's her assumption that she's going on. So I think that's something I can probably do in like around people and it'd be okay. She's assuming that, so that's what she's gonna do.
Okay.
I mean, if he doesn't understand, he doesn't. I mean, if it sounds like nothing to him, then whatever, and they don't understand. But like describing the map, I don't know, because I don't think he would understand it otherwise. Is her assumption, because I don't think she doesn't think that he's died. You know what I mean? And come back.
No, and the message will get through. You will send a message up to Dawn describing the map. Well, actually, you'll have to think of how to describe that within 25 words, won't you?
Oh no, I'm blowing a bunch of spells on that.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna blow
We're
like
just gonna layer them all on top.
I'm
of
gonna
each other.
blow all, like I can do 5. I'm gonna blow all 5 of them. That's my plan. If I have to.
Okay.
But yeah, like I assume that's something I can do like with everybody there, because I'm assuming they can understand it too. But I don't know.
To describe a location?
Yeah.
Sure. You can try.
Oh, I can try. Okay. They may not understand. Okay, that's cool. Good to know. Well, she's gonna try anyway. But that's in a minute. She's not gonna do that yet.
I will say when you send the message off to Dawn, he'll go, you're the tiefling lady, right?
Oh God.
I think I knew someplace like that. You'll have to give me a bit of time. I'm not entirely sure.
Okay.
I think I'll leave a message with Elfie. And that's what he says.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So she would blow. Yeah. So I'll knock off all those.
You'll knock off a bunch of spells to do this, basically.
Yeah.
Because you'd have to spend at least like 75 words trying to describe it.
Yeah. Oh, good. I didn't have to actually do it. I'm very happy.
No, don't worry.
I'll knock off all. I'm gonna assume, because I'm assuming she started off by saying who she was in case that he didn't like. So I'm gonna just knock off all of them. Let's just say we'll knock off all 3rd and 4th level. It's fine. Okay. He says he'll get back to me, or he'll leave a message with Avaro. Something's been bothering me, but I'm not even sure if it makes any sense.
Well, what is it?
I know you believe in Pharasma and fate and whatnot, and I think you're right. Don't get me wrong, but I think there are people that push fate. There are people that not necessarily assist, but that work behind the scenes that know what they're doing. I don't know.
Or wouldn't
It's
they be
just
fated to do so?
maybe.
It's
It
fate.
just
It seems like it's if something's the way it's supposed to be, other people are supposed to help other people in doing it.
mm-hmm.
Like if we do something and discover something and bring it to light, maybe it's somebody else's fate to do something with that.
You guys would both recall that Oz's description of fate was very much kind of ambiguous and a bit complex to understand, especially for you, Jace.
Mhm.
As it was very much a big picture idea, and you're like, huh?
Yep. I was like, yep, nope, everything connects. Cool.
Yeah, I just.
Got it.
Do you think it's weird that we've been fighting fiends?
No, that's what I'm supposed to be doing.
Yeah,
Just
but
fighting fiends and protecting the light. That's what I'm supposed to do.
okay. You? I wasn't meant to be doing this. I was just meant to figure out what was in this journal, or I don't. It just feels like everything we do, everything we're sent on, just so happens to be fiends, and the one who sends us on this is Avero. Is he letting more than he does he know more than he's letting on?
Probably, but maybe not. I don't think that anybody could have known that this was actually a fiend that was here. We were just looking for talks and followed
He's
the
the one who
clues.
sent us a talk.
Well, he did, but he also didn't know where talk was.
It's true.
I
No,
think that
it's just
whatever sort of
how's
faith that
this?
we have, we're supposed to be here. We're supposed to be fighting these things. Most of us have been touched by them in some way, and not like a pleasant kind.
That's this grouping us together. It just seems so more than a coincidence.
I agree. Isn't that what fate's supposed to be?
I suppose.
Good, because I wasn't 100% sure that sounded right.
No, I think you're doing good.
I'm
You're doing good,
figuring
Gail.
some of this out.
It's a lot.
Yeah, again, just going along with it. Keep it simple. But I think I want to try and get a little bit of myself back. But I think after that, I think maybe if I'm putting, this is kind of what I've put together. If I'm right, it's likely that the next clue might be with your dad.
I think you're right. It's the only one we've got at this point.
I think we got to find where he's at, and hopefully there's either another message or somebody waiting for us or something like that. Maybe these other aspects will actually have something for us. Gotta show us the way. I feel like whatever it was, he was involved in setting things in motion for us, so that way that we could take up the mantle. I never want to wear another mantle again. These things are itchy. I don't like it.
I kind of like this one.
Mine's really itchy. I don't like it.
That's okay, Gail. As soon as we get out of here, we'll give that to the governor and whatnot. And
Okay, you can have mine.
yeah, I'll have yours. I mean, Hungeron gets this one, but the rest will go to the governor.
Well,
don't worry. I mean, it looks nice on you, though.
Well, thank you. Appreciate it. It's been a hell of an adventure. I'm glad I actually can talk to somebody about all of this stuff that I've been able to translate and It's gonna be
mean,
nice and
It's a price. I don't. It's weird. I thought I would. I don't know. It's hard to describe, but I thought it would be. I would be more devastated than I feel. But at the end of the day, it's a bit more of a connection to my father. And yes, I've lost from it. She sort of like points at her eye.
mm-hmm.
But it's not something life ending. It just changes things. It just makes me sort of restructure how I do my magic.
True.
Focus on different things as opposed to what I was focusing on before. It's workable. And it's a price. And if what I get out of it is something that I've been wanting, it's a price okay. Who did we lose?
Connor. Keep going.
Okay. It's a price I'm willing to pay, I guess. I wish it hadn't. I wish I still had the other eye, but
Well, it's
there are worse
all,
things.
it's all part of your path. That's all it
Yeah.
is. It might be better now that you know at least a little bit. It's not
Yeah.
all on me to figure all of this out because I'm better at hitting things than reading things. And now there are
Uh-huh.
two of us that can understand it and we're more likely to notice things. And
And I
maybe
can,
this is for both of us to do.
we're
Plus
doing
the eye
outfit.
patch will, an eye patch would look pretty cool.
I have to ask Seda if they have one down there. I'd like one soon as possible.
You'd fit a bit more in with everyone, with the group. It's
All right. So, is there anything else you guys wish to
No,
have a
that's
conversation about so we can
the
bring
end
the
of
rest of the guys in?
it. Everyone can come back in.
All right.
And that's how you detect.
What?
What?
What's
What?
happening?
Oh,
I don't
did we
know
get
what
moved back?
Yeah.
Back?
Aw, we were in the middle of talking
We were
about
talking
stuff.
about radiation.
We were talking about
Oh, Connor?
What
It
the?
was rad. I stole Jessica's
Expeditions Unknown. That's the name of the show.
There we are. Okay. So the
Sorry.
conversation is over.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
I contacted people, but
did you contact you know who without us?
I did. Well, I didn't talk to him.
You
though.
bitch.
I didn't talk to him. It's fine. I mean, I
What?
did, but I didn't.
Who's you know who?
Satan.
Are
worry
we
about
talking to Voldemort?
Yes, talking to Voldemort.
I see you.
So are we at the end of the day now?
I'm assuming, yeah.
Yes.
Shut up.
Then once we all get gathered in a circle, aka whenever we all migrate back to the Library of Safety, Mercy's gonna look at the group and go, guys, can we deal with Voltron later?
We don't have to do it today.
No, I mean, like, let's give the governor a warning about it and get off this island for now. We are not fucking ready to deal with that.
Voltron's the big, tall, scary thing, right?
Yeah, I heard Ro call it that in her sleep.
The fuck you did!
Here's the thing. There's a book in the library. There are 3. And I took one. It was one about spell weaving, which is interesting. It's about ritualizing and making magic permanent. But there was a book in there, Mercy, that I think we should get. It's basically got a ritual in it that will, if you know the true name of someone, will end them forever.
Will it still be there when we come back later?
I don't know.
What do you, What do you mean?
We
by
just. Oh,
Can
finish your
I
thought,
call
Molly.
Zats?
You could call Forzats, yes.
Yeah, it's what I meant. Like, can I call for him?
Yes, you could contact one of the basically. How are you going to do it? How are you going to try and get him?
I mean, I don't know how it works with this mantle. She's just gonna like that. I'm not sure how this works. Mantle. She doesn't know.
Mental powers, go.
The librarian will look over at you and go, "Do you wish for me to attempt to reach Captain Zatz?"
Yes, please.
Did he just say captain?
That's
Captain
Can you demote him?
I mean, I could. Theoretically,
Rude.
I could.
Negative
You
I'm
make
the
us so
boss.
sad.
I'm the fucking boss. I can do whatever I want. Erudite wouldn't do that though. Yeah, could you please?
I will.
Thank you.
And the librarian will kind of go away for a little bit. He'll just kind of like melt into the floor. And they'll melt back up. And he'll look at you and go, "You will have to wait a moment, but he will be here in time."
All right, thank you. I think we should get more information before we decide anything. Personally. Also, did you guys find anything?
I got this. And she's gonna pull out the little bag.
I'll look at it.
Okay.
While we're taking the 10, I mean, I'm assuming it's gonna take a few minutes, so she's
You can cast Identify on it, yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay.
For sure.
Popping open the bag and looking inside of it, you find a brilliant purple prism. Some kind of a crystal. And a triangle. Well, it's in a like a triangular prism-like shape. Casting Identify.
It's glowy.
Casting Identify object reveals it to be an ion stone.
Oh.
It is a different type to the one that you have, though, Maddie. It is an ion stone of spell reserve.
Of what now?
Huh?
Basically, by casting a spell into the object,
It's a spell thing.
yeah, you can attune to the ion stone, cast spells into the object, and you can then cast spells using the stone instead of using an actual spell slot.
It's like a spell. It's like a spell ring,
Oh.
essentially,
Yeah.
right?
Oh
Yeah,
my
so
god!
basically, this stone can store up to 3 levels worth of spells at a time. Upon any creature can cast a spell of 1st or 3rd level into the stone by touching it as the spell is cast. The spell has no effect other than being stored in the stone. If the stone can't be held in the stone can't hold the spell is expended without effect. The level of the slot used to cast a spell determines how much space it uses. You have 3 levels. The stone will actively orbit your head, and you can cast any spell stored inside of it, expending the levels. And the spell used will use the slot level, spell save DC, attack bonus, spell casting ability of the original caster. So basically, if you pass it over to Maddie,
Yeah.
and she attuned to it, and then you cast a fireball in it, she could, in theory, use that stone to cast fireball as if you were casting fireball.
Oh my
Or
god!
she could cast Revivify on it.
That as well.
Yeah.
Th-
Oh
th- with, that,
my god!
with that being said, it does not hold the material component, so someone would still have to hold a diamond.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
that
no,
would-
that's
that
fine.
would still be.
But if Maddie goes down, then we can revive her.
I think she's gonna.
I do have a question.
Yes.
It's the.
She's not here yet.
This isn't Daah talking. Doesn't my Wayfinder also use iron stones?
Your Wayfinder can have an ion stone inserted into it.
And what is it? I never remember what it does.
You would have to roll an Arcana check to know,
Oh,
or somebody would.
Aw.
I could, but it's not gonna go well, guys. I'm a plus 8. I'm also at disadvantage.
Don't worry. I got.
Anybody else like to try?
I mean, I'll try anyway. Fuck it. Like,
Fair enough.
I
Fair
got
enough.
one more
Disadvantage.
point in my.
Deah, I will say you remember it has an effect, but you cannot recall what.
That's
And
true to
Erudite, you as
life.
well.
Same.
Erudite as well. You can recall that it has an effect. It actually does something. Like it's not just useless. It does something, but you
I'm
can't recall what it does.
tired.
Hold up, y'all. I want to try just for the hell of it.
I want to try too.
Go ahead.
Oh god,
Erudite's
no.
just really tired, you guys.
Maddie, in the process of creating the Iron Stone, you would occasionally speak to Mr. Massaggio, occasionally trying to figure out how he makes magic items, and eventually you kind of figured out that the way you were doing it was going to be very different. but you can
Yeah.
still do it. And ion stones were brought up because there were things that were created to work almost in conjunction with them, called wayfinders, which, while not just being like a compass that could assist in finding stuff, when an ion stone is inserted into it, the wayfinder can release a little bit more potential that stone may have.
Hmm.
So basically, it makes a
Okay.
random effect that the stone also has just pop up.
You have to attune to the iron stone, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it might be a good idea to put a revivify in here, and then,
Yes.
you know, if something happens. God, I hope nothing happens to Maddie. We need to protect Maddie. She says this. She does say this. But it might be a good idea, maybe not necessarily to have it attached to Maddie, but have Maddie put a revivify and have it attached to someone else.
Oh yeah, I can forge the iron stone, but I just need someone to wear it.
I mean, this one's already forged.
Oh,
this is-
already.
it's
Yeah, the
already
ion,
done.
you're not looking at a recipe. The ion stone is there.
This is an iron. This is the
Okay.
actual iron stone.
And I will say, just as of course Maddie would know this, if the stone is placed into the wayfinder, you can still use both the wayfinder and the stone separately.
Ooh.
I mean,
Like it's like the wayfinder will be, it'll look a little funny. The ion stone will be inside of the wayfinder, and the wayfinder will be levitating around your head as well. I mean, it could, or you could just have the wayfinder like in your pocket.
Erudite's
But
gonna
either
just-
way, you can still activate the ion stone on its own, or use the wayfinder like a compass.
So Erudite's gonna kind of just like put it in the middle of the circle and just you guys decide. It doesn't really matter. Not me. Definitely not me. I'd have to be alive for that. You don't have to decide. It's not something that we,
Like, let's think on this.
yeah, let's not
'cause
decide
this is-
right now. But Mercy, hold on to it since you found it. Did anyone else?
Okay.
Did anyone else find anything?
I did actually. I found a few scrolls of stuff and a wand.
May I look over the scrolls for a moment?
I passed through the scrolls.
What are they of?
There are various scrolls. Give me a quick second so I can find the thing I needed. Where are you?
What was
Excuse me.
that?
That was me belching.
Hot.
Gross.
I'm inclined to disagree.
Which one?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
There we are. Let me just. Okay.
You're supposed to have.
Hmm?
Nothing.
It was four scrolls.
No. I know. I'm just wondering. Like, I'm like hoping they're not spells I have, but they probably are. Because I have.
I gotta re-roll it then. Whoops. There we go. It is one scroll of mirror image.
Oh.
One of pyrotechnics.
I don't know what that is.
I was looking at it.
Write these down.
I
Gentle
know.
repose.
Oh, that's a good one.
And healing word.
Oh no. Well, she sort of looks at the general repose and the healing word. I don't think these are very useful for me. Hands them to Maddie, or Cal, but either one would be good for either of you. I don't know what pyrotechnics is. I do know what mirror image is. Morgan, can you use these scrolls?
I can, but I don't know about the healing word one, but the others I think I can.
It takes some working though.
Yeah.
I would like to have the mirror image, but if you found them, so you can have them.
What was the fourth one? It's mirror image, healing word, pyrotechnics, and what's the fourth one? I'm
Gentle
sorry.
repose, which technically
it
you
is.
could, because that's like a wizard
It
spell,
is technically a wizard spell.
which is super weird to me. But
Yeah, it's one of those spells. It's like it's almost always more of a cleric thing. So,
yeah,
but
I'm like,
yeah, it's weird. Whatever.
but you found it, so you can have it. If I want a mirror image, I was.
Root beer.
Okay.
Ew.
And then I also have that wand. Would you be able to check it for me?
Sure. Is it magical?
Mildly, yes.
Yeah, I'll do an identifying on it. But it's
Okay.
probably just an arcane focus, but yeah.
It is a wand of mending.
Oh,
Ooh.
It's
wand
good for fixing small cracks and things.
yeah.
But that's only about it.
It's a wand of mending. You can have it.
Right.
But yeah, if you want the scrolls, they're yours. You found them, so I'm not going to take them from you.
Morgan sticks them in her bag.
I could really use mirror image, though, but that's fine. I can always buy it. Is Zats here by this time?
I will say shortly afterwards, yes, he will show up. I'm curious, Jess, do you want to do anything involving your new steed?
Does Mercy even realize she can do that yet?
You would be aware. As a paladin, you have this innate understanding of what your god is giving you.
Mercy looks around the library and goes, "Not here. Yeah. Too dangerous here. Too many things to be destroyed.
The librarians would probably get mad at you.
Yeah, if it's.
But it would be really fun.
No, why?
I don't know what you're talking about, but whatever it is, does not sound like something that we should do right now.
I have a theory that I can summon a giant lizard.
What?
That's just a theory, an unfounded theory.
I need to go to sleep.
No, I'm serious. I think I could summon a giant lizard.
Maybe don't do that in here. When we go outside. Not in here.
I'll hold off because I already thought it was a bad idea to summon it in here. But remind me, Rudi, you have to remind me the second I see it to give it the order to not eat raw.
I will remind you. Hopefully, things are a little fuzzy still, but I'll try.
Why a lizard?
Have you never been to Patricia?
Not really. No.
No.
You probably would have like stopped at a port, and that was about it.
All right.
Horses are useless on desert sand. We get lizards.
Oh,
Patricia's.
okay, but why do you just have it now?
I think so. I feel like somewhere in my sleep last night I heard Phisetta go, "You got new shit, bitch." And I woke up being able to do weird shit.
Aha!
I mean,
You have new stuff.
Oh, fun fact, that's Phisetta's voice.
In my brain, like when I was initially coming up with the voice for Phisetta, it was a toss-up between that and the voice that everybody does for Papyrus and Undertale.
Skeletor.
Jesus Christ! No wonder Mercy hates him.
Hate is a strong word. She just
Physetta's
thinks she's better
awesome.
than him. Mercy thinks she's better than him, not that she hates him.
He's the best swordsman to ever exist. Thank you.
I love him.
And I still managed to hit him on first fight.
Shit with a machete in the middle of a jungle. That's why.
But yeah. Somewhere in the distance of my
Though,
dream.
right? Like you get that argument.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, thank you.
Somewhere in the distance of my dreams, I heard Phisetta say that. And there's a couple other things I could do now, but I kind of want to wait because I want to cause chaos.
Okay, but you always want to cause chaos. That's.
You know that spell that was on that scroll mirror image?
You can do that.
I can do that,
Oh,
and I can do another thing.
that's something I can do if I write it down. But
You know that thing where you turn me invisible?
can you go invisible now?
I can do that by
I
myself.
don't have to do it to you anymore. That's nice.
No, but I'm curious. What happens if you mend the two together?
Nothing.
Super invisibility.
Connor, we don't know. Because I can cast Mirror Image and then cast Invisibility. Mirror Image is not a concentration spell.
Boy,
Um,
that certainly is an interesting idea you have.
I know. I want to test it, but I'm not doing it right now.
Anyhow, yeah, I want to talk to Captain Zats.
Do you have to call him Captain?
I don't intend to.
I
He
mean,
killed me, so
It's not required, but it is my title.
where did you come from?
Quit talking.
okay.
It's you would see as standing at the in between a few of the bookshelves in the library is the familiar copper-plated form of Zats.
Okay, we'll point out wearing this now is the
Yes.
boss. I'm
Indeed.
the boss. Stop talking like that.
That's my voice.
Do something different to it.
No. I'm not very good at voices.
I do want an apology for killing me.
Now, I didn't do that. If you want, I could call over Lainu, and I'm sure he'll be
You
willing
made
to.
it very easy for me to die.
I was told to do it. You must
Mhm.
understand, I'm held under a
You're
magical obligation
you
to
were quite,
to follow orders.
you were quite gleeful about it.
Yes, because people stole my stuff.
Yeah.
Well,
Question.
Can't-
If she ordered you to hold still and I killed you, can you defend yourself or do you have to keep standing there?
I have every right to escape. I cannot attack you, but if my life is in danger, then I can run away.
Damn.
we're not
Guys,
attacking.
We're not killing him?
Deah.
What the fuck?
Okay. I didn't say anyone was going to kill him. I don't.
You heavily
I-
implied.
I did not say any of that, actually.
Mercy heavily
What else did I
implied.
say? I don't know.
Mercy knows her goals.
Could you fit in a jar?
Deah takes out her.
Most- Most metal doesn't compress that well, so no.
Fuck. Go on.
Like you're looking at a big metal body, so I have a feeling he's referencing that.
Okay.
Deah takes out her one baton and like offers it to handle first.
he will kind of look at you, all right?
Take it. You're on our side now, I suppose.
He will take his tonfa and he will kind of give it a quick spin, and then he will put it back in his belt. He will go,
Thank you very much. I do
What?
hope to find the other one at some point, but
We'll
this is
get it.
nice.
We'll get it to you. What can you tell us about the big monster thing out there?
Ah, yes. The mistake.
Yeah.
Mm. Well, it's dangerous. It chews through the methods quite easily. Really can just stomp it flat. It's pretty fucking tough to kill. Keeps getting back up. Punches us, throws rocks, stuff like that.
Does it hurt a lot? Like if one punch, is it very painful?
Oh yes. Yes, absolutely.
Real quick, on a scale of 1 to 10, how fast could it kill one of us?
It depends. I mean, I have seen it destroy one of the simpler constructs, methods, the guards. I've seen it destroy one of those with one punch.
Yeah, that's about how
It
much
seemed-
health you have.
It seemed
She points at Odie.
it seemed to be a pretty lucky hit, but still.
I'm going to be staying far back, and he's not going to be able to see me.
Are you actually intending to fight that?
I think we have to.
We
Interesting idea.
I think. Well, if we're intending on.
we need to subdue it, basically.
Yeah, we're intending on having visitors. Sets.
Mm.
And
All
that
right.
being here is a bit of a problem.
Right. So. Right. Well. Yes.
The processing. I get it. It's a
Well,
lot.
there are a few problems with that. Subduing it seems like something you could definitely do, but well, like I said, it gets back up.
Right. We just need it to go down for a.
It takes. Gosh.
Hey guys, can we
Let's
pause
say-
real quick 1 second? Because Jill just said it gets knocked down, but it gets up again.
Guys,
Get down.
And I get up again.
Okay.
You're never gonna keep me
Never
down.
gonna
I
keep
get
me
knocked down.
Shut up!
Fucking Stewie Griffin voice.
We'll be singing when we're waiting.
Okay.
I hate
It's in
this.
the night away.
Stop.
That song's older than you, Connor.
It's in the night away. It's Chumbawamba Tub Thumping. I know the song too.
It's older than you.
Oh, I
Yes.
don't.
So are most of the songs Connor listens to.
It's
at
true.
this point.
True. Anyway, we just need to subdue it.
Just a little while.
Well, for reference, I suppose it takes about a minute and a half to get back up.
Okay.
Give or take.
Okay.
So if you're planning on subduing it, I would do it fast.
Yeah, we have someone who can do that, I believe.
Hmm.
The man that you attacked. Well, was he there? Okay, never mind. He wasn't there when they were attacked. Okay, never mind. Because now I'm doing the thing that he was doing. Well, we you know Hungaron, I'm assuming.
Yes. Ronko Hungalong.
Y-
He's quite a notable figure.
He told us to subdue it and call him.
All right.
So I think that's our plan. But we don't know, is there certain kinds of magic that it's resistant to, or that it doesn't hurt it at all?
Excuse you.
I'm sorry. I died. I died.
I died. I got better.
I got better, but I died, and I'm still quite tired. Oy.
To be honest, I'm not entirely sure.
Can we just push it off the island?
Let me phrase it this way. You are aware of the other Ruanku, correct?
Correct.
Do you know of Takawajin?
God bless you.
Yes.
Yes.
We were told about him.
Yes,
Yes.
he's quite skilled with the whole spells thing.
Mm-hmm.
And he cast a pretty strong one on that thing.
Mm-hmm.
It started to crumble away and turn to dust, and it got back up.
I'm gonna roll an Arcana check to see if I know that spell,
Go wild, homie.
and it's probably not gonna go very well because disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
My brain is not functioning for me right now. Poor Erudite.
Oh, dude.
I feel so bad for her.
Don't have enough detail of that because a lot of fire spells could do that. Yeah.
Yeah. It can get up. Well, maybe it was like a fireball or something. I don't know. Like Michonne knows what it is, but Erudite does not.
I'm sure Jace does too.
Jace,
Yeah,
you
I'm
still
still here.
alive.
Hey, he's
Yeah,
just quietly listening because he's not playing a character who knows a lot
Mhm.
about magic. So yeah.
Okay, well, there's a lot of spells I could be. Can't really think of them right now because, head hurt. It's a lot. Because I don't want these visitors to come and have to deal with that.
But at the same time, are we equipped to kill it?
We have. It's not just us. Could we get all the robots or not robots, the constructs? to
Certainly
fight
not
it
all
as-
of us, but you could have quite a few, yes.
It
If
wouldn't just
need be, then we can actually go about using some of the methods to distract.
we could. It wouldn't just be us, and it's one thing. And we're not the enemy of the island anymore. I think we could do it. I don't want to do it right now because I'm still a mess. I still need a couple more days. I need to get a couple more nights of sleep. But we could do it. We have to swarm, and I'm certainly staying back. I'm not getting anywhere near that thing, but I can stay back. I can make it so I'm basically invisible all the time. Well, for an hour. I took a better form of invisibility so I can hit without being seen. Weird question, Connor.
Yes.
If I do greater I hate you. If I do greater invisibility and I do like an attack, like a ranged attack, would it be just a flat roll then?
See, that's tricky. Because you can definitely line up the shot a bit better, but you're still down an eyeball. And
I know where I'm tying them down an eyeball.
it works. I mean, I'm just being honest here. Let me look at the wording on the spell and I'll get back to you.
Okay. Let me know. Either way. If not, I can just... But it wouldn't be today. I need to gather my strength. I'd also like to go to the church before we leave. No matter what.
I'll say that until a certain amount of time has passed and you become very used to being without your eye,
Fair.
You will still have advantage, but you'll be taking more or less a -5 to your attack.
Okay, so I have advantage, but I'll be taking, so it'll be like a plus.
It's more like you've still got a better shot, but it'll still be difficult because you're not used to firing with only one eyeball, and the depth perception is still a bit off.
Yeah, it's a little weird for her. That's fair, and that's totally completely fair. Okay. So basically, I attack and I just knock 5 off of whatever I roll.
Yes.
With advantage.
Exactly. Yes. And this applies to any spells that have an attack roll instead of say based.
Well, if it's only within 30 feet. I
Yes.
mean, outside of 30 feet. So like, anything that's within 30 feet, I'm still at like whatever.
Oh,
normal.
absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, that's all I wanted to know.
All right.
Most of my shit's not attack rolls anyway, so.
Yeah, basically. I mean, you're a wizard, so.
Same spells, bitch.
This voice is too natural for me.
It's really weird. I hate it. Okay. I don't think we need to decide right now. How about we take a night to think about it, and we can discuss it in the morning when my brain's a little less foggy. It's still going to be foggy, but
It's still going to be foggy.
It's a little. I'll be able to move at regular speed.
Yeah. You'll be able to run.
Yeah, that's important.
All right. We can discuss it in the morning. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go summon a lizard outside.
Yeah. I kind of look at the game and I go, can I borrow your comm disc for a moment? I'd like to tell Avero about what happened. I feel like
Mine, you always need to talk really loud into it.
I don't think you do. I think you just.
I always have to.
Okay. Gail,
Man, I haven't told Azzy about that little exchange between Gail and her.
I still think about that.
I think he'd get such a fucking kick out of it too, because like I've kind of nailed that character. I'm gonna be honest here.
I can kind of just cut it down for you and send it your way.
Please do. I think Azzy will absolutely love seeing that one.
I'll do that like tonight. 'Cause I'm gonna be editing this in the last episode, probably in the next. I'll do that tonight. I'll send it to your way.
Sounds good.
Oh God. Yeah, so I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna kind of walk away from the group for a minute.
Okay, you do so.
Then I'm gonna Avero.
Okay, now Jess, are you going to summon your steed outside?
Yeah, Mercy ain't staying inside for that. That's not smart.
Where's Ro?
Not outside. I'll tell you that right now.
Okay, is anybody going to follow Mercy?
Nope.
Fuck it, why not?
Okay, so Mercy,
Mhm.
you go outside with Morgan trailing behind slightly, and you have a symbol to Desna, don't you?
I have a little wooden butterfly she carved.
Yes, that's it. You hold on to that little wooden butterfly and you close your eyes and you think of home. You think of the desert sands. You think of the hot, arid air. And you think of the riding lizards that you'd see strolling around through the desert carrying packages and people. And then suddenly you hear a loud ow from in front of you. And you open your eyes, and standing in front of you is a tall and long, pale white, skink-like lizard with pale white scales that occasionally become mottled and like a light brown, and it has two bright, two deep, kind of like bluish eyes, blue-colored eyes. And as it opens its mouth and makes that ow noise at you again, you see it's got a bright purple tongue.
Oh my god, you're beautiful.
Morgan,
And Mercy's just gonna put both hands on its face and smush it.
Morgan's just like standing a few feet back, like really wide-eyed and just like, what the fuck-ing?
You're so cute. Who told you could be this cute?
How big is it?
It's lengthwise, it's about 7 feet long, and height-wise, it's about, I'm gonna say about 5 feet tall, 5.5 feet tall.
So like
But
around
it's-
Morgan's height.
Just about, but you can see that it's got these. Its legs are not like that of a normal skink or a lizard, where they're kind of short and stumpy. These ones are like they are big and muscular, and they can hold up its entire body. And it kind of looks at you with one of its eyes with that cold indifference that only a lizard can show towards you.
Mercy's too busy cooing over it to pay attention.
You said you want to tell it something, right? Like it could eat roe or something?
Oh yeah. She's gonna look dead in its eyes and go, "Don't eat people." Okay, cool. They're known to eat small children back home.
What?
You can't leave children unattended around them. They'll eat them. They're omnivorous.
Okay.
This large riding lizard starts doing that slow, kind of like raised leg walk towards you, Morgan.
Morgan's like braced, like she is ready to run.
Oh.
Hello. Oh, did it just lick her?
Yes. Like it just
Isn't
like
it so cute?
licks up your face and leaves like one big long cow lick as like one of your bangs just gets like stuck up in the air.
Morgan's just gonna like pat it on the head and go, good job. What's its name?
I have to name it. Well, it's all white, which means I need to make it a name about
God
darkness.
damn it.
No.
She does the exact opposite of
Nutter.
No. Wait.
Oh no.
Wait, hold on.
The-
Can I make a joke?
Yes, go ahead.
It's an all white lizard, so you know you should name it.
All white, all white, all.
God fucking damn it.
I think the mic cut out for the joke.
All white, 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 all white. Oh, what? Oh, it's Matthew McConaughey.
There you go.
As you are sitting there pondering the name for this lizard, it makes its way over towards the glass doors of the library, and it's kind of pushed its nose up against the window.
Can we
looking in.
see it from where we're at?
Deah definitely can.
I can.
I mean, I'm off in a corner, so no, I can't. I'm not paying attention.
You just see these widely spaced eyes and this nose pressed up against the glass.
She's perfect. I think it's a she.
You don't know what it is.
Are you a she or? They're perfect.
They just looks at it, like stares blankly at it for like a couple straight minutes, and then just walks off.
Can it? How many people can ride that thing?
Normal riding lizards can go about 1 to 2.
I don't know. Probably me and Ro could do it easily.
Wait a minute. You said you got that just because, right?
I mean, like I said, I heard Fisetter in my head while I was asleep say, "You've got new shit you can do, bitch. Go buck wild." Except he didn't say exactly that, but you know,
It was implied.
it was implied.
Do you think Gael can summon something like that?
Oh, I don't know. He doesn't really have a god. Does he? I mean, with that whole deal with Pharasma.
Well, yeah, but he did have something. I mean, the Green Faith. He was following the Green Faith last I remember. He was, right? I'm not saying the wrong thing.
Oh.
It was never really discussed
Okay.
that much.
It was never really openly discussed, no.
I'm not gonna lie, I just realized something I could name it. That would piss off one person here really badly.
What is it?
I could name it Blake.
Oh my god, why? Confuse me even more. That's fine.
I'm not going to, but my brain went, you could do that. It means pretty close to black, doesn't it?
It's an old English word for black. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it literally means black.
Oh god, it's so hard to do that for a long period of time.
Sounded like you were having fun.
I was just making that noise for like a good 15 seconds.
Yeah.
I think I'm just gonna name it Onyx.
I was going to suggest that actually.
Huh?
Either that or obsidian. You'd be surprised how many black gemstones there are.
I think Onyx fits better. It's short. I can call it out in battle easier.
True.
Mercy's gonna put one hand on its head and go, "Your name is now Onyx." Pat, 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 pat.
He puts one of those big lizard claws right up against the glass and kind of scratches.
You don't get to go in there, sweetheart.
That's a little worrisome.
Why do you want in there?
It scratches at the glass again.
Wait, do I have that potion
What?
of speaking with animals?
I don't know if that'll work for this.
Why wouldn't it?
Because it's not. Well,
Wait, no, I don't have that.
does it work with Snowball?
No.
Because from what I understand, and I could be wrong, he doesn't really explain things well. He just kind of does Fisetter whatever the fuck he wants, and I don't know. He's weird. He kind of just does whatever the fuck he wants. But the way it was explained to me, it's kind of like a familiar. So it's smart, but it's not that smart.
Like,
I don't know. It's not like Kai.
you mean your sword?
Yeah, Kai.
Just
Who's inside. Don't eat my sword.
what would happen if he did though? Like,
You know,
would it transform?
I'm pretty sure-
Would it kill him, or would it just transform into would it transform into a sword and like cut its way out? How sentient
I
is
don't-
that thing anyway? Like when it's in.
I don't know, and I don't want to see that battle because I don't want to see either of these babies hurt. For now, go away. And she's gonna poof it away.
Okay, and you
Before
watch
the-
as
Before
Oh.
it goes away, Morgan's gonna just pat its head very gently.
gotcha. You give it a pat on the head, and you watch as the lizard just kind of crumbles away to sand as it just kind of blows away in the wind and then disappears.
So I can do that now.
Interesting. Could you summon anything else?
The way he explained it is it can technically take other forms, but it would take me a lot of time. I'd have to actually know the animal pretty well.
Does it?
And I've got a familiarity with these lizards from riding them.
Does it have to be like? Is that the same size they are back in Precretia?
More or less.
Yeah,
Some of them
basically.
get bigger.
Yes, this is true.
Some of them get bigger, but not all.
Could you summon a giant bird?
No.
Probably not. I feel like probably later when Greater Fine
I
Steed
think it's
happens.
Greater Fine State where you can summon a flying animal.
Yep.
Which
It
ordinarily means like it's a horse with wings, or in this case, a lizard with wings. But yes, you very well could do a bird.
That's just a dragon.
It's just a dragon.
No, it's a wyvern.
No. It's just a dragon with shitty short legs and a big fat body and like no neck.
And no
So
breath
dinosaur
weapon.
with wings.
Basically,
I don't know.
it's like, oh, it's so scary. Ow.
Probably. I like my lizard. I'm keeping it a lizard as long as it doesn't eat anyone.
I was just wondering.
I mean, I can do other cool shit, but I think the horse is probably the steed is the neatest thing I can do.
Oh.
Who gives a shit about turning invisible?
I mean, I do.
Why do that when I can summon a giant lizard?
Giant lizards can't help you sneak through some fancy building or a lot of traps or anything like that.
No, but they can eat something while you ride into battle and kill people.
But when you're trying to steal something, usually eating someone is not exactly in the plan.
You and I have had different plans for stealing things.
Well, typically I was trying not to get caught.
You know, when you're hired with someone with enough money, jail's not really an issue. So you just kind of wing it.
Well, yeah, but well, Morgan's just gonna like think about that for a moment. Well,
Stealth is only necessary if you're not scared about getting caught. I'm never scared about getting caught, which is why I'm the least stealthy person you will ever meet outside of Gael.
oh God. If we ever have to steal something important, I'm not taking you with me.
Oh, I'm the distraction, honey. I'm never meant to be stealthy. I'm 6 foot tall with horns. There ain't no reason to stealth. Not to mention my armor, and she's gonna thump on her armor for a second.
Well,
I'm not meant to be stealthy. I'm meant to be seen. I want them to pay attention to me so they don't pay attention to you.
that's fair. Yeah, I was never really good at that part back with my guild, really.
Being the distraction or being the stealthy?
Being the distraction. We had to go to some fancy ball trying to steal some jewels. Some guy
Requires a certain kind of showmanship that I don't feel like you've got.
You'd be surprised at my showmanship, but I'm not good with people, really. Yeah.
People are simple. They like to see what they want to see. They want to hear what they want to hear. You tell them whatever lie they want to hear and they're happy. Like the people I sold that necklace to. They want to believe it's something bigger than it is, other than just some fancy jewelry. So you tell them it's something bigger. And they're happy. And you get what you want. Now, is it really honest? No, it's not. But as much as I have my credit to sound right for certain things, sometimes honesty is not the best course of action.
You do remember you're talking to someone who has been a thief for longer than pretty much everyone has been alive, right?
Yeah, and that's why I'm telling you that way. Because if I tell you the way I like being honest. But you and I both know being honest isn't always going to work. I'll be honest to most people, but not everyone wants the truth. Which is why when you go to do stuff like steal in plain sight, you don't tell the truth. Your actions give you away. Like the fact that you've probably already made that necklace and sold it from the emerald I gave you.
Morgan's gonna go like, right, yeah, I forgot about that. How much did I get back from it? I forget. Hold on, I wrote it down.
Mercy's just gonna put a hand out and go, don't worry about it right now.
Alright.
Let this be a lesson. Be honest with the people that it's important to be honest with, but also know how to lie to people. I'm pretty sure you've got the first one down pretty easy. It's the second one you need, the telling the truth, you need to get a little better at. And I know my entire story just kind of went in circles, but that's just how I roll.
In a circle, specifically.
God damn it, Connor.
I don't think you can roll any other way, really. I sound like Gail now. I'm so sorry.
It's alright, I'm used to people not getting my manners of metaphors. Raoul went through dozens of them, I just kind of picked them up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it is, Becca.
What?
It's evening.
Yeah, as I couldn't remember. It's been so long.
It's been so long.
On that note, my lizard shouldn't eat anyone, which is the main reason I summoned it right now. Because I have a bad feeling the second I summoned it in front of Ro, it would have immediately made a dead run towards her. Which, while hilarious, not my goal.
I mean, it's not yours. And Morgan's gonna end up heading inside, but she's gonna like stop at the door. Oh god, I'm more echoey now. And she's gonna go, your tattoo things, the ones that you use for prestidigitation. Where'd you
Oh,
get
you mean my purple one?
Yeah. Where'd you get them?
There's a guy. I can introduce you. And Mercy's just gonna sit on the ground and watch as the sky turns dark and wait for the stars.
Okay.
Morgan's gonna head inside and she's gonna like fidget with her scarf a little bit.
All right.
That just happened.
Is there anything else that anybody else wants to do?
Michelle is calling. Erudite's calling Avro.
Gotcha.
Gail's phone.
Deah also wants to have a scene, but Rudi can go first.
Gotcha. I will get to you in just a second then, and then after that I will get to you, Deah. And then I'll get back to you, Mercy. Probably because it sounds like you want to do a scene. All right, so, Erudite.
Yeah.
You grab the communication disc and you will call up Avro.
I will.
And after a little bit, he will pick up the disc. Hey, what's up?
This isn't Gail, by the way. It's Erudite.
Gotcha. All right.
Just wanted to let you know. I don't know if anyone's told you, but I did die. I came back. But I just figured you should know that. I don't know why I should tell you, but I figured you should know that.
Appreciated. So, how'd you come back this time?
Maddie, I did lose an eye.
Okay. Okay. All right. So, got it.
I know you said not to advertise the fact that Maddie can do that, and I don't intend to. I don't intend to tell. I just will tell people that I lost it in a fight, which is not a lie. Which is not a lie. She's not very good at lying. But yeah, I just figured you should know. I don't know. Your boss.
Yeah. It's appreciated, I suppose. Yeah. No, I got nothing right now. The whole dying thing is still a bit surprising to me.
Yeah. Surprising when you've been on the end of it.
Mm.
Also, just so you know, Dawn might be sending you a message at some point.
Great. Thanks.
Sorry, I'm looking for somewhere in Odella, and I didn't know who else to turn to.
Cool. Yeah, well. Okay.
Just as
Great.
a warning. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
I appreciate it.
It-
So I'll be sure to keep an eye out for a rat turning up on my doorstep or whatever.
Jesus Christ.
What does he have against dogs?
I mean, have you met
Stinky.
Dawn?
He's just a crunchy hippie.
He's very crunchy. It's
Scale 1.0.
At least Gail big.
That's all, I suppose. You wouldn't happen to have communication discs for me and Maddie when I get back, would you?
It depends. If you like, are you gonna just like sail back or what?
I don't know what we're doing yet. I can get us there faster than sailing. If they want. I don't know what they want to do.
Basically, if you sail here, yes, probably. If you find a way to get here faster, like a teleport, probably not.
All right, well, thank you. That's all. Okay.
All right. Well, I appreciate the heads up, and you already seem to know the situation, but yeah, don't tell people about the whole coming back to life thing.
I wasn't planning on it.
Thank you.
I'm gonna let the group know not to do that as well.
All right.
Thanks.
All right.
All right. She done.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. Deah,
Yeah.
you wish to have a scene?
Yeah. She's gonna have a scene with Toby.
With who?
Toby. I think you know what's
Toby.
coming.
Oh, yes.
Okay, so she's gonna go outside when a kind of evening. Dark, like it's dusk.
It is becoming dim.
Yes. She's gonna find a nice secluded place outside, and she's gonna take out. She's gonna have Toby, and she's gonna like kind of sit on the ground and sit him in front of her. And speaking Draconic, she's gonna talk to him. She's gonna say, so Toby, I don't know how much of this you understand, but you seem to understand okay, at least. We're probably going to be leaving the island soon in a couple days, and I've loved having you around, but this is your home and your family is here, and I didn't want to steal you away from that if you didn't want to go. So basically, I've given you the chance to decide if you want to stay with me or stay in your home. Because if you come with me, you might never come back here. And I don't want to, you know, I don't want to steal you. I think you.
Toby will kind of like turn its head and like go, ah.
Do you want to go home, Toby?
He'll kind of sniff at your bag.
Deah takes out all the rest of her candlesticks and just kind of lays it in front of her. Like, I'll keep feeding you if you come with me, but it's your choice. You can either fly off now and we'll part ways, or stay here.
Toby will pick up one of the candlesticks and he'll flex his wings a bit, and then he'll just kind of like sit down next to your leg, chewing on the candle.
Oh. He just kind of like looks at him for a little bit, like, "Are you sure? You know what you're getting into?" Okay. And she, I guess, picks him up again and picks up all the candles and go back inside.
Okay, you walk back in carrying Toby.
Yeah, that's it.
All right, yeah. On a roll of evens and odds, you got evens.
Oh my god!
It's,
I was preemptively crying.
yeah, I know. I would have. I was like, this could suck.
That's how the dice
Go
roll.
on, go home, get out of here.
Basically.
Like I said, it's Ash Ketchum and his butterfly
Oh.
in season
Really
1 of
is?
Pokemon.
There's another reference to that. I just can't remember what. It's not Old Yeller, but it's like it's something. It's
White
like
Fang.
I never read White Fang.
White Fang, Airbud. I'm pretty sure it happened in Airbud.
Every single movie with a
Yeah, more or less.
Here's the
Ever.
thing. Spoiler alert: Old Yeller dies at the end.
Yep.
I think
No
everyone
way.
knows that.
I don't know.
Get out of here, you stupid dog!
Yeah, Deah doesn't. No one's ever seen Deah cry, but she just looks very like upset when she comes in. I guess is the best way to put it. But she doesn't return to everyone. She's kind of finds her own place to sleep.
Yeah, and Toby will kind of stay there with you, curl up.
I guess you got a pet.
I have a pet now.
So on brand for Deah, obviously.
Except for instead of feeding, normal things like meat, you have to feed it wax.
Yay! She's gonna be buying out candles.
No, I have a plan.
Great.
Oh, goody.
No, it's not a long plan. It involves just asking, like, Asagio if he can make a basically an everlasting candle.
Oh, I see.
That's nice. All right.
Normally when players make plans, it involves something insane and a bit
It involves
asinine.
the sewers.
Like they go, well, candles are made from pig fat, which is tallow. So if I can just get a bunch of pigs and let it feast on the pigs, it's like, Jesus Christ, you
Oh,
people,
God,
you're
no.
insane.
No,
That's morbid on
she
so
didn't
many
see
levels.
the regenerating like candle or wax golem in the train, but she figures it's probably something that a well-trained wizard can do to make it so she doesn't have to spend 1,000 gold in wax.
Okay. Yeah. So you will do that, and you have Toby as a pet. I suppose I will eventually give you a sheet for him, but he is more or less he is not a domesticated animal. He is a tamed animal, which is a very different thing. So, yeah, it's not really a ranger situation here. It's a lot more of a. I found this. It's more like I found this feral cat. It's following me home now, and that's my life.
Yeah, basically.
Is there anything else you guys? Oh yeah, Mercy. You sit outside and wait for the stars to come, and eventually they do.
Yeah. She's just sitting there. That's probably where she's sleeping tonight.
Okay. And you decide to spend the night under the stars. It's comfortable. And we will move on to the next day.
Yay! I only have disadvantage on ability.
Still not great, but
It's fighting. I bet I can do. I can do fighting now if we have to. Essentially, I just want more day. Anyway, okay. I think I get all. I think I'm back to like full hit dice situation. Maybe.
I believe so. Yes. By this point, you guys have all had 2 long rests. You should be back to full hit die most likely.
All right.
So is there anything you guys would like to do on day 2 of the island without any threats to your knowledge?
I don't like the threats to your knowledge. I'm just gonna put that out there.
I mean, we don't know what Voltron is.
Yeah.
We need to discuss what we're going to do because Zeta is gonna. How long were they sailing? Like when we told them to follow the island? Like many days?
Are we still moving?
2 days?
Is the island moving?
No.
No, it stopped.
No.
Okay.
Should we move it back over the portal, or should we move it closer to Sursane, or what?
I think
You,
we
at the moment, it seems like you guys are going to stop the island at the very least, and then wait for Zeta to catch up.
Okay. We should contact Zeta, see how far she is.
Because when she gets here, we need to, like, rejoin her.
Deah, yeah. Contact Zeta.
Okay.
See how far she is. But we're also far away from the portal, so I don't know how we'd get down there. I don't, because I
We
can't.
still have a coin or two. I think we have 2 coins left.
Hi.
But right, that'll take us to the portal.
Yeah,
Weren't you guys going to just make the island drop down?
That was the plan, but
Oh,
we could also do that.
yeah.
But yeah, I don't know where we're doing that. Are we just doing it here? Like we're
Yeah, we could do that.
Stopped?
in the middle of the ocean.
in the middle of the ocean?
It's like it's an island or something.
Yeah.
Or are we putting it down near that portal stone?
I think we can just put it down here. It's an island.
Okay, then
I'd have to.
we need to contact Zeta and tell her we're doing that.
Yeah.
Okay. That's
If-
Because we told her to go back
I
to
will
the
say,
portal stone.
if you want, you guys can, like, one of you can make like a survival check to know. Well, it'd probably be one of the twins, just because of your profession.
I got good survival.
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, it's more so you'd have to roll a survival check to try and put it in a spot where ships are not likely to go through it because it's a trade route. So it'd just be a survival check to try and figure out a good spot to put it where it's less likely to get bumped into or
Let's
noticed.
do that.
Okay, I will keep that in mind.
Hmm.
We also, well, there's also the Oni that we kind of told that
Oh.
we would help him get off the island.
You're gonna have to talk to him about that because you're the one who told him. I'm going to put that out there. I didn't talk to him, so I don't know. I don't particularly.
Well, he'll probably figure it out as well when the island drops down.
I don't particularly trust him, from what Hungaron said. So
Not my problem.
Okay.
But yeah, I'll
so-
find out. Yeah,
Yeah, I guess Ao will call Zeta and figure out a good place to drop the island.
Gotcha. So you give Zeta a quick call. She would pick up the communication disc without any real interruption. You'll hear her go, all
This is not
right.
Gael.
Trying to find, well, I'm pretty sure we can see you now, or something that's probably you.
If there's a giant floating rock in the sky,
No,
it's
there's a
probably
big
us.
cloud. It's all on its
Ah.
own.
Yeah, that's probably us, isn't it?
So yeah, we're near-ish, about an hour or 2 out, I'd say. So,
Okay, we're considering dropping the island
gotcha.
into the water.
We're gonna stay an hour or 2 out to stay away from the waves.
Good plan. We're gonna try and put it down where there's not a lot of traffic and trade routes.
All right. Zeta should fucking roll for that too, because she's also
Yeah, like we
Shit,
can like
Captain.
work together to figure out
Yeah.
like, the spot for this
natural
island.
20.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
we
good.
shall have a really good idea.
Yeah, with a little bit of Zeta directing you, you'd be able to basically plot out a rough idea of where you could put the island without people really like deciding to go towards it. Like you more or less put it in a spot where it's close enough to other islands that the odds of someone trying to stop there for, say, resupply is unlikely if they do see it, and it's out of the way from other trade routes, so they're less likely to like have to stop by it. So ultimately, you wound up with a pretty good location. You think will just go unnoticed.
Also, ask her if she has an eye patch. The pirate.
Also, do you have a spare eye patch.
See, spare implies that I need one in the first place.
We do.
I'm sure I can get Majaro to put a patch of leather on some cloth, or the other way around.
That works.
But to answer your question directly, no, I do not currently have a spare eye patch, as I don't even have an eye patch.
I'll take that.
Well, yeah, we one of my companions and I in the fight. So and none of us can really make an eye patch up here. So if Jaro can do that, that would be greatly appreciated.
All right. Majaro! Eye patch!
It's gonna have a.
I love her.
I do love her. She's great. All right, so we have that. Do I need to go back up to the room to direct the island, or is it just doing it?
You have a feeling you would, yes.
Okay.
Talked probably knows how to do it.
I mean, I can just do it with. I can figure it out.
Talked can tell you how to do it.
I
That's
can't
true.
tell you how to do it.
Okay, we're all going up there. Although there is a big hole now. So, fuck. I don't want to use my spell slots.
I think it's just difficult terrain, isn't it? I don't-
No.
No, it's a.
Or no, you did take out the stairs.
You
at
knocked a
one
big
point.
fucking hole in the stairs.
Okay.
Ah, shit.
We can just put a wooden plank over it.
Can we
Yeah.
Because
find?
that's worked out so well in the past.
Okay, it's not me going across the table though.
I mean, it's just me talking.
And Jill has become the voice of reason.
Why?
I mean, you could just have Gael like mold earth on it.
Oh, that
Would
might
that work?
that might work, possibly.
I could
We
try
can try.
that.
Okay.
Morgan quietly pulls out the wand of mending.
I think this is too big for mending.
I don't know how it works. I'm just
It's
suggesting
small.
it.
It's small cracks. This is a big. Sorry,
Jesus Christ.
I thought something caught. Like, yeah, that's fine. I'm fine, I'm
That's
fine.
what happens when you die. You forget how to breathe sometimes.
Ugh.
Did you forget how to breathe?
I do sometimes, yeah. I don't think that has anything to do with
Gael?
dying, though.
All right. Well,
Gael,
uh,
that's just called holding your breath.
Morgan slowly puts her head in her hands. Yeah.
They just sigh.
I just love the idea of him just. Oh, right.
That's one Robin Williams about weed.
Fucking hell.
So okay. So Gail talked. Deah and I will go. So I'm assuming Deah's not going to leave Talk's side because she hasn't
Nope.
really done that.
You bet your ass I'm
I've
not.
noticed that. That's fine. So the four of us will go. And you'd have to tell me where to direct the island anyway, because you're the one who knows kind of.
Yep.
So it's best that you go with us anyhow. The four of us will go. We'll do that, and then I think I'll talk to the captain.
You don't have to call him
I
that.
will call him that. Again, yeah, I know. I'll talk to
I
him.
mean, I could always talk to him if you don't
Mhm.
want to.
I'll talk to him.
He doesn't bother me.
I'll talk to him. It's fine. I'm trying to be the
Your choice.
bigger person here.
Mm.
Hey, Connor, stop.
Whatever
not a
makes you
person.
Connor,
happy.
fucking stop it.
Mm.
I'm sorry. Oh my god.
Michelle's dying.
I am.
Again.
Fair.
So yeah, we'll do that. So the four of us will go up.
Okay. You guys would make your way up to the top of the building, and with Tokt's direction, and a little bit of careful movement around the hole in the floor, you would manage to begin bringing the island down slowly to eventually rest on the ocean.
All right. Well, that's done.
I think the stone dagger is still up there in that room. Grab that while it's happening.
If I remember correctly, someone grabbed it. I don't remember who, though.
No, I took it from Talked and I put it on the table and I didn't put it in my
I
bag.
see. Okay, yeah. You can pick it up. As of now, it just looks like stone.
Eh.
Also,
What?
were there any more traps in here? Talked.
He kind of points over towards the table that's been upturned.
Okay. Oh shoot, I can't undo. Everyone stand back. And
Why don't we just ask Talked to undo it? The one who set the trap.
Oh, Deah, my
Rudy.
brain is still a bit foggy.
Talked, could you please disable that trap?
He pulls out a dagger and throws it at the table.
Okay, so
You know what? That works.
I was just gonna throw the explosive rune. Okay, that's fine.
So he just pulls out a dagger from his belt, chucks it at the table, and hits it, and he goes, "Dunk!" As the table just explodes upwards.
All right. Okay, so let's all go back downstairs. I think we should subdue the monstrosity. I don't think we should leave it. I don't want to leave it.
Yeah, no, that's not a good idea.
Okay. We'll get the okay, we'll go downstairs and we'll discuss yeah.
We go downstairs.
We go downstairs.
You do so.
I call Zatz and I tell him to bring his buddies. I call for Zatz and his 2 elemental buddies because that one is going to apologize to me for killing me. Her Knight's a little bit still kind of miffed. She's allowed to be.
Gotcha. So, you would find out the best way to contact Zatz or contact him is to basically send a message through the guards and have one of the guards run off, get him, and then get the other.
Yeah.
And within a matter of about 15 to 30 minutes, Zatz will arrive with the big guy in tow.
Jesus, Connor.
I'm tired
It's okay.
because I had to go let a dog out at 3:00 in the morning.
Oh God.
Yeah, Lola's a cunt. Stupid little fucker.
Don't call her that.
How dare you? She's baby.
She's baby.
She can
So
go fuck
very
herself, the
dare
dirty
you.
little shit.
No.
How dare you?
So within time, Zatz will arrive with the big guy in tow. And go, yes, Ronku.
points at big guy. Apologize to me.
He,
Damn it.
which one, Ragnus Salaimu?
Water one.
Laimu.
I think the water one is the
That's
one that killed
Laimu.
me.
You will see the body of the big guy just kind of slackens slightly and become a little bit more stiff, and the eyes will go from having one bright red and one blue to having both blue, and eventually you'll hear a voice go, "I do apologize. I was simply following orders."
Okay. That's I understand. Okay. Now, Captain, I think we are going to go after big monstrosity.
All right. That should be interesting. So,
Unless anyone has, she looks around at everybody. Are we going? Any objections?
I mean, yes, but
I-
you're not going to listen, so no.
No, bro. Seriously.
I really don't want to die on this fucking island in the sky. That's really not how I'm going out. There was a lot more fucking and a lot more gold and a lot more, you don't need to know how I planned on dying, but it definitely wasn't fucking this.
dying in an orgy full of gold.
Yeah, pretty much.
Did it involve a dragon?
Wouldn't you like to know, Weather Boy?
How
What does
about
that
this,
mean?
girl?
They say weird
How about
things
this,
all the time.
girl?
I don't get it.
If it looks like we're going to die, we'll run away.
What?
I
What?
don't think we're going to. I think we're going
That's
to.
not.
It is a lot of us.
Oh, is that what you thought before the last
That
one?
works.
I don't think we should leave this.
And I don't think we're ready for this fight.
I literally don't care.
And that's exactly why I was hesitant to bring up any hesitation I had against the fight. So please do go on with what we already planned.
No, if everyone doesn't want to do this, we don't have to. We'll go. We'll leave. We'll leave. I just don't feel right leaving. The governor won't. I don't know. I don't feel right leaving this because who?
I'm not saying we leave it forever. I'm saying we leave it for.
I'm saying we leave it until we get paid.
I'm not completely on Rose's side, but I do think we need to leave it for the moment.
I
I
will say, if we leave it, we have to talk to Hanra before we go.
I agree with
We
that.
have to give him the mantle back.
I agree with that.
I assumed we were already
We
giving
also
it
need
back.
to tell him that people are coming to the island.
And then we're not.
And we
good.
set it down.
I don't,
You know, all that.
I don't like this at all. I really don't. But if everyone doesn't want to fight it, then we don't fight it. I'm not gonna go. I'm not gonna go. against them.
Ronku, would you wish for me to provide at least an idea?
Of course.
Well, you are new to this position, so if that's the case, I will let you know the guardsmen here of Danos are intended to be disposable to a point, but renewable.
Okay.
So, what we can do is have some of our less important guards, such as myself, Ragnus, and Naimu, distracting the creature and keeping it away from any more important sections of the city.
Okay.
Most likely near the crafting district that was burnt to crisp.
And just keep it in there, in that one section.
The guards never have to sleep. I don't have to. None of us do. So we can just keep kiting it around and keeping it distracted until eventually someone turns up.
Like I said, Rudi, I don't think we should leave it forever.
Okay.
But right now is not a good time.
Okay.
I don't think we're
I think
in a good position.
you're not wrong. Considering.
As I am required to mention, due to my position as captain of the guard, if there are any tourists entering the city of Danos, they should be made aware of any dangerous situations currently and told to avoid those areas.
We fully intend.
We'll tell them. We're not letting him go in blind.
And I don't think there'll be many between when we come back.
So we're gonna
Probably just
Most
a
of the
handful.
things we ran into were problems from the zoo. And you guys, but that's not a problem anymore.
As long as they are as long as they follow the laws of the city and are not seen to be I normally would say a danger to the citizens, but well,
Not a lot of citizens left.
no, none actually.
One.
Yes, I suppose he counts, but he doesn't live in the city.
He
So-
doesn't. He lives
Yeah,
elsewhere.
that's true.
Then I think that's what we'll do. We'll have you distract until people who are strong. I'm sure the governor knows people who are stronger than us.
Oh,
anyway.
I'm not going to be distracting it. I'll
Not
have one of the
you.
guards do it.
Yeah, you can direct them, correct?
I want to point out, this was just the idea I have. If everyone will go do it, but I don't think it's a good idea.
What, fighting it?
Yeah, I mean, this is just the two of us talking. There's still an entire party of people who hasn't said anything.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking for it. Rudy's trying to ask people for.
I'll
opinions,
say, Ro has voiced her opinion quite clearly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Deah doesn't care what we do.
How about Gail?
She has no
Gail
strong
and
feelings.
Morgan. Cal is not here, so.
And Madeline.
And I don't know.
The argument is over. What's it called?
Are we
Staying.
fighting Voltron or not?
It's a discussion.
Are we fighting him now or later? If we don't fight him, if we fight him later, the guards will keep him corralled to the burn district until someone or we come back and deal with it. If we deal with it
We do
now,
lose the
obviously
book,
we go
though.
deal with it
Essentially,
now.
we do lose the book. I will point that out.
Why would we lose the book? We have to kill it eventually to get the book. Because we're giving the
Just
cloak
get
back to
second book
Hungaron.
later.
Okay.
Yeah.
If we do it.
Yeah. if
We just have to give the cloak to Hungaron. We're not giving it to the governor.
We have
who would
Yeah, and we are definitely giving the cloak to Hungra. We have to be the ones to kill the thing, though, is what I'm saying.
To get
Yeah,
the book, yeah.
Yes, to get
I
the book.
doubt the governor's going to send anyone to kill Voltron.
Okay.
And if he does, it will kill them first.
Probably.
Yeah.
You're not wrong.
Damn.
No, Gail.
So?
Gail.
Okay.
What do the other
so,
people think?
My opinion in general is I think there are some things that we need to figure out, and we could probably get a little bit stronger before we go back and try and fight this thing.
Mhm.
I also we should just let the governor know that this thing will come back for it, but we have something important to do first. So
And well, we did do what we were supposed to
Aye.
do.
we'll come back and we'll take
So-
care of it, which is fine. But if the governor's going to be smart about this, there's no reason for him to start flooding this place with people right away. There's a lot that needs to be dissected first. That needs to be combed over and turned upside down and things. Looked through. I'm kind of running out of words for that. So if we let them, people who do that kind of thing and look at old things, come in and look at all the old things, then we can come back later and deal with the big guy, and then they'll be safe to go look at
Cool.
everywhere.
And there isn't going to be much in that burned district anyway, to be honest
Aye.
with you.
Plus, we need
Okay.
I mean, it was a craftsman's district. They did work with metal.
Yes. But I'm saying in
they
terms
can
of
save that.
items.
We need to do other things. We've been up here for a
Yes, you
while.
are
We
correct.
need to make sure that everything is
Mhm.
okay down below.
You're right. Morgan?
Well, I'd rather go back. I don't want to fight this thing, in all honesty. Checking, and I don't think anyone else here would like to just spend this next several months combing through the burnt out district for anything important.
Oh God, no.
No.
Yeah.
No. I also want to get off this island. I have things.
If we just have the guards just corral it and keep it contained,
Okay.
sort of, for a while we figure out our next move. And also, I'm with Gail. I want to go back to Odella. I want to go back to Sustain. I've got business.
Okay. I have no issues with this. This seems like a good plan.
Again, it's not like we're not going to come.
No, I understand. We're gonna come back. Okay.
Something tells me this island isn't done beating the shit out of us.
Oh, definitely not.
All right.
Well,
Well,
If we're
that's-
decided, let's contact Hongaron.
well, he can't get in here. So
Yeah, but we
And
can
You
tell
were
him
you were
where
given a
he
way to
is.
contact him.
Yeah, it's that head.
Yeah.
Eh.
I kind of want to go to the Church of Amaznin before we leave.
Why don't
can
we tell
probably do
Hongaron
that.
to meet us there?
That's what I was saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you meet us at the church? I'd like to.
Sure. I suppose I can.
Okay.
Got no problem with that.
Can a lich walk on holy ground?
Hmm.
This is not
Is
Jessica.
it
This
even
is
still
Mercy.
holy?
You don't, unless somebody like dies, you don't unconsecrate something. That's not how it works.
Is it even considered consecrated ground though?
If it's a church, I assume
I don't know if all churches have consecrated. Like, is that all
I
churches, or
assume
is
by
that just a
nature,
Christian
like-
thing?
Mm.
So I am going.
Well, no other
I'm going-
religion has churches. Sorry.
Well, everyone
Oh,
discusses
What
this.
do they do?
Well,
This was in character for me.
Yeah, no. While everyone's discussing this, Erudite just kind of
Yield
bust out-
elven religion Christianity.
she yeets open a portal.
Yeets
to the
open?
church. I already knocked the money
So
off.
lazy.
Also, no, because of Voltron. I don't want to like put us in danger of Voltron.
That's a good
He's in
point.
the burn district.
That we
not,
think.
not yet. Also, not yet.
He was near the burn district when we saw him.
Yeah, but he can
Yeah,
move
but-
around.
We also
Yeah.
caused a bit of a commotion.
Yeah. So yeah, she's literally
Whatever.
doing this. She's literally doing this more out of safety than she is doing it out of laziness.
Yeah, Deah just rolls her eyes and shrugs.
She's really doing this because she's being extra cautious because she does not know where this dude is. So she's going to. I already knocked the money off my thing. And I'm going to do a portal, and then as soon as everyone gets through the portal, Erudite's going to dispel it. With dispel magic, which I now
Okay.
have.
So you will cast a 4th level spell, then a 3rd level spell to dispel.
Yep.
Wait a minute. You're casting dispel magic on a 4th level spell.
No, I'm.
Which-
What?
I have to roll for it. You're right.
Yeah, dispel magic on spells that are higher level than it have to be rolled.
She'll just bust both 4th levels, actually.
Okay, you do so.
Yeah. She'll just use both 4th levels.
Okay. In that case, you guys will travel through the portal towards the Church of Amazon, and then you will make the spell, the portal behind you disappear. And
I can do that now. That's interesting. All right. Well, while we wait for a Hungeron, who will pop up, I'm sure, any minute now, or if he's not already here, Erudite's gonna kind of go up to the altar and just kind of kneel and pray. She doesn't know what she's doing, but she's gonna try anyway.
okay, you attempt to pray to something.
Yeah.
So you guys are all going to be waiting for Hungeron to appear, correct?
Basically.
Yeah.
I don't have anything to do. I don't know if anyone else does.
Anybody?
I was about to. Only thing Bess is doing is skimming through that book while she waits. She can't read it, but it's not stopping her from skimming it.
Gotcha. So eventually, a familiar-looking portal will appear near the opening to the Church of Amazon, and out will step the humanoid body of Hungeron. Tattoos and hair lip and all. He'll walk into the church, kind of look around a bit, and go. All right, then. Any luck with the mistake?
We're gonna come back to that later. So the guards are gonna corral it into the burn district until we can deal with it.
All right.
Sorry.
Erudite's gonna get up from her spot. She's gonna give him take the mantle off, give it to him. I believe this belongs to you.
Yep.
Also, I need you to tell me more about. And she pulls out the picture and shows it to him. I can understand now.
Understand what?
The language.
What language?
Oh God. She's gonna say a thing and she's gonna say what Gael told her in that language.
Yeah. He looks at you and just goes, "You're just saying something in common."
He doesn't know.
Huh.
I forgot to mention, it's, again, he's passed through to the other side and back. He can understand it. It's not so much a language, it's
Yeah.
more just certain words don't come out to people who haven't experienced the other side.
Still kind of not
Yeah,
used
so
to this.
just talk
in
normally.
fairness.
People who understand can, everyone who doesn't can't.
Do you know anything else about them?
You were referring to.
Yeah, the picture that she had drawn of the three people.
He will look at the picture and go, "Yeah, they certainly look like and then he'll say something,
Okay.
which none of you guys will understand, but the rest of you two will.
Yep.
Okay. Is there anything else about them that you might know? Like
Eh.
just
Nothing that's really coming to mind at the moment.
okay.
To be honest, I think that had something to do with the whole living for long periods of time thing.
You
Don't
think
remember
what?
as much. I don't remember as much.
Oh, that's very. Do you? I want to ask something, but I might have to like message, like text it to, or let's like DM it to you because I don't
Okay.
know. Because I don't know if I don't know because I don't think they can.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I'm gonna message it to you. Hold on, give me a second.
But still, gonna be waiting a little bit to actually go on and deal with the mistake. I see.
Yeah, I think the general consensus was we feel ready. Also, since he's corralled there, we're we've kind of to put it simply, even if it's not wholly accurate, we rediscovered this place, and we're returning to our boss, and they're going to send some like historians here. And since you still, like this place and visit it, figured I should warn you that
I just sent it to
there's
you.
going to be visitors again. Just
Yeah,
so
sure,
you're
I don't
not
care.
surprised. Yeah. I just didn't want to surprise you.
Yeah, that's fair. I do appreciate it. No, I don't care. Cities are meant to be lived in, and well, I don't live
I don't
here
think they'll
anymore.
live in it, but they'll help it.
Sure, I don't care all that much. I'm sure I'll poke around and grab a few more things that are.
Yeah. If you don't want them to find anything,
Yeah,
you should
probably.
grab it.
That's why we're warning you because they won't be here for a bit.
They won't be here for a while.
Yeah.
Knowing the archaeologists we know, the anthropologist we know, whichever she is, I would definitely make sure to take anything you don't want taken or broken.
Oh, Lalefia.
He's not clumsy.
No, but she is a bit of a prankster.
She's not going to damage. Whatever.
Well, doesn't really matter. The librarian's stash won't really be something they can get to, so even if they can, then well, I suppose then there's
We might give some of them our mantles, but we'll warn them about the library.
It's no big deal. Like I
What
said,
happens to the gold you give to the library?
you know, I don't know. See, that
Are
thing.
you in?
See, you gotta realize that whole library setup. That's not actually something I made or any of the other Ronku made. See,
Was it-
the academy was something that, well, kind of gestures around the church. He made.
He made
And
the
Masnan made it for you?
Yeah.
What would a god want with gold?
Mm. Who knows? But the academy was here when I showed up, and I've done my job for quite a while. And that librarian is something interesting.
So that librarian is from a Masnet?
I think so.
Huh. Wish I'd known that. Oh well.
All I know is that he's got a certain set of rules that he goes by. And that stash of stuff you saw, it's different every time.
Hmm.
Well,
Books, you mean?
yes,
Every time.
it's different for other people.
Oh.
Oh.
I've got
So
one
it's
of
like-
my books from him, and he kind of like makes a book kind of appear in his hand. It's again a very large tome, and it's mine. But Takawajan and Paza never saw this as an option for them. So
Well, that's. So if we want a specific book, you would. How would we be able to get it if you couldn't see it?
I suppose ask.
Okay, because I.
So would we all see different books then?
Possibly. I mean, in fairness, I don't really know how it works with. Then he kind of like looks at you, Mercy, and then he kind of looks at you, Gail. non-magic users. So,
Hey, I have magic. It's just not like Rudi magic.
got it. So it's something given to you by God.
Nah.
Yeah,
So it's pretty
I'll just-
different from
I'll just
most
do it.
magic.
Gail's a Gail made a promise to a tree and suddenly could do magic.
All right.
We won't get there.
Okay. But still, I don't know how to work. Almost everybody in the academy had to taught how to do their magic. So,
Also, they're like me.
And me.
No, I'm ungodly curious. But we aren't doing that today.
No.
I couldn't tell you what's in there for you guys. Something different every
Maybe
time.
it's a tray.
Maybe it is.
Maybe, Gail, maybe.
That would be
Hungaron
really
kind of
sick.
like opens his mouth for a second and then closes it and opens it again and goes, "Yeah, sure. Maybe it's a tree."
That's
No.
definitely an option.
There's pro-
Maybe no, like books are made of paper, so a tree would make sense.
We're not continuing this discussion.
Oh, let's I think it's time. I just want to stop really quickly on the
Excuse me.
way out to the green station and pick up something from there, and then we can go.
I will say that you are able to do so on your way out towards the
Yeah.
edge of the island.
So I'm gonna add that to my shit.
But Hungaron will go, "Well, if that's the case, then I hope you don't mind, but I have my little buddy kind of borrow one of your little disc things."
What?
Well, you
Wait,
guys,
whose comm disc did you steal?
well, I didn't steal it. He borrowed it for the night.
Morgan's gonna pat her pockets and see whether or not she has her communication.
You guys
disc.
still have your disc. He said he borrowed it for the night, and I took a look at it. So I made something like it for myself.
Oh, so we can talk to you?
Oh.
Yes.
Well,
Oh, that's actually not.
He
terrible.
he holds up like a wooden kind of like slate, like a wooden rectangle. This.
That's so we can communicate with you if we need to.
Yes.
Oh, I like that. I don't have one yet. I'll have one.
you'll have one when we get back.
Hopefully, that's what
Hmm.
Avro told me.
Morgan's gonna pull out her communication disc and hand it over. Can you put yourself in this somehow?
Sure. And he'll basically trade off and give you guys the ability to contact him.
Yay! Cool.
Yeah.
By the way,
That's actually
You're going to regret this decision.
No, we're not.
possibly. By the way, you seem like you're pretty interested in what the librarian's got to offer, so I'll let you know this. The reason why I've gotten a few more books I can take from him is because of distinguished service, for lack of a better term. Been doing my job for quite a while. See, my comrades, Pata and Takawajan, technically they should also have access to a couple more books too.
Mm,
So if we find the Bantles,
If you find them,
they have their.
it's not the mantle, it's us.
And I'm sure. Yeah. Well, they're somewhere in the world.
I'll be at least interested in seeing them again, but only time will
If-
tell.
Well, we can. If we find them, we can tell you now. So, I mean, I could have told you anyway, but we can use. I don't have to use a spell to tell you, which is nice.
Yep.
That's good.
Still, hope to see you around here one day.
We'll be back.
Yeah, I'm sure you will. But while you guys are off doing your thing, I'm gonna, I don't know, borrow some things from the library.
Enjoy the academy.
Wait for this body to melt off and die. I don't know. Let's see.
that's a horrifying image. Thank you.
Isn't that what we're all waiting for when it really comes down to it?
You got it, sister.
Bro, is that what
You're
you're
right,
waiting
Bro.
for?
You're right.
Bro.
Is that what you're waiting for?
My body's
know.
not human. I'm an elf. Have you not noticed?
Morgan,
Here-
none of us are human.
Hearing what you say, Ro, he'll go, "You got it, sister." That's what we're all waiting for.
All right. Well, I think it's time we head out.
All right. Well,
It was good meeting you. I'm glad I
yeah,
met
you
you.
as well.
Yeah, no. I suppose if you ever want to drop by, you guys can teleport to my home, but good luck with that.
Okay.
I like the idea of the tone of that being like, you guys could visit me, like if you wanted, but like good luck
It's like
with
it's
it,
Sindar.
if you wanted to.
Not like I want to
I was like,
actually
you guys
see
can
or
visit if you
anything,
want, but I
Baka.
mean,
Is there anything?
Baka. Baka. I fucking hate this. It
God.
sucks.
Oh God.
So I think, I mean, that's everything. Unless
That's
anyone
about
else
it. So basically, you guys will make your way over towards the green station and drop by there and pick up a bit of paperwork. While we'll kind of take the perspective as of the sirens for a little bit, Seda and her crew, as they are making their way closer
We
and
also
closer.
find Harvey.
Yes, you do. Eventually, you will get Harvey. Yes.
He lives here now.
Where is he? Somewhere.
I mean, I'm sending it. Do you want me to blow a spot, like a
Don't
spot
worry.
for spell?
Yeah, blow a spot or two to find him, and eventually Harvey will show up. Yes.
I will do like a sending at him. So like I will take a third level.
I love you guys. Like, fuck, we forgot Harvey. Harvey, get over it.
At least
Halfway back to Odella.
Damn it!
Well, like,
Forgot Dr. Frankenfurter.
no, it's Home Alone.
I was literally saying that.
Sir, do you know why I pulled you over? Because of speed? No, because you have 8 people on your motorcycle. Wait, did you say
Fuck
8?
Harvey fella.
I do just delight in the image of like somewhere off near the red line in a little gardener's hut. Harvey's just sitting there like, well, they'll come
Well,
back one day, I
They'll
suppose.
come get me eventually.
No. What makes this better is he doesn't know the robots aren't hostile anymore.
Zaz fucking kicks the door in.
What
Come
the
with me
bitch?
if you want to live.
I'm saying that.
Wait. If Harvey's Frankenfurter, does that make Zat's riffraff?
Oh no! Stop it.
Okay.
Moving on.
Moving on. We will move over to the perspective of the sirens for a little bit as they make their way closer and closer towards a large, unusually isolated cloud formation in the middle of the ocean. As they watch as it slowly starts to drift down further and further towards the ocean's surface, the clouds surrounding it begin to peel away and evaporate, revealing a truly massive mound of rock and earth with a city sitting on top of it. It slowly begins to drift down to the ocean, producing a large wave that begins to push out towards them. And as it eventually reaches their boat, it's little more than a ripple, but it's the last of their worries as they look on at a long-forgotten city that has now decided to return. And they begin to pile the ship over there to pick you guys up. Within a little bit of time, after stopping by the Green Line and picking up some objects, you guys will be able to hop on back onto the ship. Talked in tow, Toby with you, Harvey still alive.
Toby.
And you guys are all still alive. You've made your way back to the
Ish.
ship, and your mission is completed. What would you like to do?
Go the fuck
Go home.
Go the fuck home. All right.
Actually,
Deah will tell Seda now that Avra wants to see them back at Sasane.
All right then.
Told her to tell him, and
I will also
On the
ask
way-
for the
even
eye
if when
patch.
we were heading back.
iPad?
oh yeah, the eye patch.
A scrap of leather will fall off of the crow's nest and just kind of start fluttering down.
Take it. She'll put it on.
On our way back, Mercy's gonna hand the Book of Desna to Rudi to translate. By the way,
The what?
the ancient Book of Desna.
Oh
Okay.
yes.
The one-
You will have
My
that.
library book.
I'll send you a message on that. Just like I'll send Cal a message on that too, because he also had one in Sarah and Ray. There's information there. We'll get to it later.
Okay.
I will
Yeah,
also,
land.
for the first 3 days, I will be reading the spell weaving tome.
Yes,
did.
Yeah, it's like a month of travel,
Yeah,
isn't
it's
it?
25 days.
quite a bit. So
So we've got time.
yes,
That's-
so
That's
it's the 39th of summer. Let's see. You guys can see the map right now, right?
yep.
Yeah.
Big map.
You can
Well,
see me pointing.
Yes.
Yeah.
You guys are about over here now,
Where the arrow is, or where it started?
where the arrow is. So you'd be about
Okay.
here.
And now you have to make your way back all the way over there.
Okay.
Yay.
Little Red John.
Woof. 11 minus 2, 4.
Guys, I'm so happy.
We're done for the moment. We'll have to go back.
To the
But for
place
right now.
But right now, we're off this fucking island, and I'm really proud of that.
Freda.
The red dot is the island.
It's like a you know how when people like when a non-seafaring person is on like a ship for a long time and they get back on land, they go like, oh, and then they kiss the dirt. That's like Deah with the wooden planks
The
of the
planks of the
ship.
ship. I'm home.
I was gonna say
Okay.
Ro does
We
that.
were so close to Procretia, you guys.
Yeah, you were
But
not
what does
that far away.
Did we just put Danos so close to? Oh god, this is gonna
Yeah,
get
but
some.
it's
There's
in a
gonna be
way-
some legal arguments over this.
No, there's not.
No, there aren't.
As far as
Oh,
Patricia knows, it's not there.
Yeah.
That is true. If
It was Jill
Say
saying
this-
that. Sorry.
Sada's role actually helped you guys out quite a bit. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, that works.
Oh, sorry, Jill. Were you gonna say something?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
I thought I heard you.
I thought you said something, dude.
Nope.
Okay.
No.
So let's see, 60 miles a day.
That's 1,000 miles, roughly.
No, it's going to be about 14 days of travel because it's about 850-ish.
Oh.
So it's about 14 days of travel. So 39 plus
Oh, it's
14, so that's going to be, you'll be returning on the 43rd of summer. All right.
At
Jessica,
some
what are you
point,
I don't know.
Having fun.
at some point during the trip, Morgan's gonna go up to Ro and throw the set of magic tools at her.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's kind of rude, but okay.
What about
Ro.
their relationship has?
I'd
ever
imagine
indicated
it's
something?
I'm
more
just
like a
giving you shit.
lob. You know, you're not just like baseball pitching it at her head.
You don't know that.
Aww.
Ro, as she is not fully prepared to catch anything, makes no move to catch them. So just smack against her and hit.
Ow.
Okay.
Morgan's gonna walk away. Like as soon as she hears the okay, she's just gonna walk away.
Gonna walk away.
What the fuck? Ro's gonna pick him up.
Okay. They are a set of magical tinker stones.
Hell yeah.
If I remember
I'll
correctly,
put
they were intended to not tarnish or go bad or like start to rust. And I think it's like a mild circumstantial bonus. I can't remember. I'll have to check my notes.
Hell yeah.
Kate, did you happen to write it down?
Nope.
Gotcha.
I don't take. I don't think about taking notes usually.
Gotcha. So as you guys are making your way back towards Odela, you're about 2 or 3 days out, roughly. When you notice something interesting.
Oh Christ!
Oh,
Oh,
great.
no?
What? There is there's a ship off in the distance,
Again.
a little ways.
Uh-huh.
It has its sails up, but you see it's got a flag on it that is bright yellow. Hard to miss.
Yellow?
Yes,
Oh,
bright
oh.
yellow.
For the record, no longer anything. Have all my facilities about me now. Thank God.
Yes, you should have all your facilities about you. It's like bright banana yellow. Yeah, it's like super noticeable.
That's a hideous shade of yellow.
I know what it is. Like flag, like color.
No.
Okay.
Do I?
I will get to you in a second. Let me describe it, people.
Sorry.
Come on.
Sorry.
And you can see anyone who looks through it with a spyglass. So I think Ro?
I may or may not have a spyglass that is very pink.
Okay. You do so you do still have the spyglass. I couldn't remember who had it or not.
Yeah, she has it.
It was Ro.
Gotcha. So peeking through your spyglass, you can see it actually has a symbol on it. It's just this little hexagonal little shape. And in the middle of it is what appears to be a bottle tilted slightly to the left, and to the right, a sword tilted slightly to the right, like crossing each other.
Mm-hmm. I make sure to relay that to the squad.
Do any of us recognize that?
Deah, I will have
Yeah?
you please roll me a maybe.
Would it be a
I
history?
think maybe history. That's the closest thing I can think of.
I keep stealing.
Is it? Okay. I guess I'll just.
It
do a
is
straight
in
history.
relation to sailing, so I'll give you advantage with it, just because it's
Okay.
kind of something that you probably would have heard of, just because it's a very recognized.
There we go. That's a 15.
15.
Jesus.
Thank God for advantage.
It is that is it's more or less a flagship for for lack of a better term, an entertainment company that sails along the seas. And what they are is more or less a bit like a circus on the ocean, for lack of a better term.
Wait, is this the?
Did you make
is
the
this
carnival
guy-
cruises?
No.
Fucking carnival crew.
No, guys, this is the thing that we heard in Aruya. That was like the floating gladiator pits or whatever.
Yes, that is actually correct. You remembered it.
Oh.
It is a more or less a floating carnival.
Carnival
I fist pump
cruises.
the air and knock my own glasses off.
Fucking nerd.
It is simply referred to as Bartholomew's Entertainers, and basically, it is as exactly as it was described back in
Session
Aruya.
29.
It's back in like session 29. Yeah, I can't remember if I gave him an actual name or not, but like I never wrote it down, so fuck it. They're Bartholomew's Entertainers.
Hell yeah.
And basically, they have a large fleet of ships that they will use to attract attention, using these bright yellow flags to make sure people are aware of them and get them to come over there. And out further towards where these ships are pointing off towards, there is an actual, more or less a floating ship array that's all been like hooked together using chains and ropes and planks to make one big floating platform, like a pseudo city where people can stop by and enjoy themselves. And at the very center of this flotilla is a large hexagon-shaped chunk of wood held in the air using chains above the open ocean that is for a gladiator fighting pit. It's apparently this place is supposed to be quite fun. There are quite a few other events present at the area. Drinking events, carnival prizes, stuff like that. And there's, of course, the fights. There is gambling as an option, both independent and house gambling, as well as actual competing available for people who, if they wish to.
I mean, Erudite doesn't care what people decide. No matter what, she's staying on the boat that she is currently on, so it doesn't really matter to her.
Okay.
Yes, guys.
I want to check it out. It sounds like a lot of fun.
Mercy wants to go, but she's gonna tell whoever goes, do not let her gamble.
Ro is like leaning over the bars of the ship, like we.
McDonald's.
Like
Literally.
like I think
Let's
everyone
go.
wants to go. I mean, I would rather.
No, wait, hold on.
It's the players fighting against the characters. The players are like, I want to go. The characters like,
Hold on. What we have to get talked home first.
Yeah, that's the thing.
We can go later.
He's too
I
dumb
know,
crazy. He isn't
right?
going anywhere. He's in his head all the time.
You're on a
Being
ship. Where's he
honest.
gonna go?
But
I'm with Gael. Where's he gonna go? Huh?
I mean, this is Seda speaking. We could just keep him on the ship.
Say,
I know I have at least one
I'm staying on
member
the
of my
ship.
crew who doesn't drink. So
I'm staying
won't
on
be
the
gone.
ship, so it's fine. I'm not going anywhere. I'd rather just. This is what I want to do. You guys can go have fun. I'm gonna stay on the ship. So
You know,
I
most
haven't-
people after they died have realized, hey, maybe I wasn't living enough. But you said, hey, maybe I was living too much.
Erin knows what she's about, and she isn't about that life. She's about her books.
fucking
Mercy's just gonna silently hold out her hand for a high five.
Holy
Rude.
shit!
Bro executed Erudite. Jesus Christ.
Erudite
Erudite.
found dead. It's insane.
Again.
She straight goes, But this is my idea of
Rudi.
living.
Rudi,
Oh.
the next time you see Alice, don't you want a better story than I just lost my fucking eye?
Oh.
Oh!
Story.
I don't know. I was a part of a gambling contest. I won a drinking contest. I beat the shit out of someone in a ring.
I will not
Oh,
be
fuck, I
watching
didn't-
any of those things.
So I will point out there are classes of fights,
Oh,
and Becky, you would be aware of this.
Okay.
There are, of course, the physical fights.
are there wizard fights?
Yes, there are actual
No.
spellcasting matches.
Wizard fight! Wizard fight!
Fight to the death.
It is not to the death. 9 times out of 10, someone will be able to step in and stop somebody from dying. But with that being said, if you're competing, you must realize full well that you very well could die.
Rudy, aren't you tired of
The
being
entertainers
polite?
will try their hardest to stop it from happening.
It's just like,
But
Don't you want to just go ape shit?
I feel the peer pressure coming on me.
it's like there are about 6 to 7 devils sitting on Erudite's shoulder right now. It's weird.
Darren doesn't even want to go, but
I look like an
So
actual
funny.
devil, so this works.
I
The
hate
island cabin fever has lifted, and we all want to fucking party.
Yeah, like I'll be honest here, guys. This was kind of intended to be like a little nice little like break for you all.
I want to go.
Fine.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing.
We're all begging mom to go.
someone has to watch these drunkards, you know, that's why
I'm
I'm going.
not drinking.
You can help
You
me
don't have
watch
to-
these
help
assholes.
me watch
Mercy's gonna look at Ro. Don't let me drink.
No
Ro,
promises.
I need a drinking buddy in.
I have never been more in for anything
Alright.
in my life.
Actually,
Mari,
wait, I wanna cut in
drinking
here.
buddy in.
Morgan gives. I haven't gotten drunk in a month. Let's
All right.
fucking go.
Wait, no, guys, this is important. Y'all could get really fucked up here. Don't you still have drugs?
Oh no.
Shit.
Jesus Christ.
Seda will pep up and go. Technically, we're on open waters.
I love her.
That is
Stop.
that is part of the appeal of those folks.
Now, I don't usually endorse you guys doing drugs, but it's not illegal here, so
I
don't,
don't have
fucking
an issue
wild.
with taking it wherever, so hey, why not?
Deah, yeah,
It's like-
I'm going just because I want to make sure that.
Please help me, Rudy.
We're in open waters. We can commit murder.
Deah and Rudi are the chaperones.
We're in open waters. I
Gil-
can murder you.
How many hits of that drug do you still have?
Huh?
How many things of that drug do you
Oh,
still
I
have,
have
Gail?
the 3. I think it's just 3. I may have more.
What are you guys talking about?
No,
Maddie-
I have
Maddie-
Don't
4.
worry about it, Maddie.
Rose still has one too. I gave her one.
No.
What?
You do have one. You haven't used it.
What? How many days into the trip
Poor
is this?
Maddie.
You've been about 11 days into the trip. So by this point, you will have finished reading the book, and I will tell you via message about what it will give you.
Okay, thank you. I just wanted to know that. Okay. Yeah. I mean, if I finish reading the tome book,
Tome book.
tome book. I'm gonna call it that. Yeah. I mean,
I'm
I'm gonna
not-
go just mostly to chaperone because I don't trust these. I don't like mostly chaperone. I don't.
I will say, now that you have finished reading the tome, it closes itself and will only open to your touch. No one else can open it up, and
Oh,
basically, it's going to stay like that for about 100 years.
100? Holy shit.
Wow.
That's a lot of years.
Okay.
I hope you plan on living a long time.
Mercy's gonna look at the trio that she knows is gonna get in the most trouble and go, I usually don't endorse going buck wild, but at the moment, let's fucking lose our minds, shall we?
All
I
right,
don't want
let's
to
go.
lose anything, but I'll have a fun time.
We'll find it. We'll find
So
it.
we're,
Don't lose it.
we're gonna head over there, I guess.
So do we swim over there, or are
All
we
right.
waiting for them to get close?
No, Jesus.
I know,
Seda will
this should
pipe
be
up and go,
lifeboats.
you just follow the boats. That's all you
Can I
gotta
jump
do.
to another boat and get
And
there
she'll start-
faster? Oh,
Nope. Don't do that.
Could I turn my steed into something that can swim?
It'll take some time, and also you aren't familiar with fishes that can support your weight, in fairness.
No, just have the lizard swim. Give it fish fins.
I'm just gonna stick some fins on this
Imagine
lizard.
real-
It'll work.
Fenzer.
no.
It's a Fenzer.
Sorry, let's go.
Shut up.
Oh
Shut the
god.
fuck up,
Okay,
Jace.
sorry. I'm done. I'm done being
I
stupid
hate you
for the moment.
people.
Move on.
I've never
No,
done
you
it.
don't.
You don't hate me. I just sent you something, Connor.
Shut the fuck up. I hate all of you. You guys, we'll say that we'll start to turn the wheel of the ship, and we'll start to angle itself in towards the area that's been marked off by these boats with these bright yellow flags. And you'll see that she does kind of give off a few orders to her compatriots. And you see that the cannons that the ship does have on its sides, they do kind of get tucked upwards into the air so that they aren't going to be aiming offwards to the off to the sides. Which Deah, you would recognize immediately. That's more or less a sign of we're not going to start any shit. We are putting our weapons away. So any above deck cannons are angled upwards into the air or angled off to the side so that they can't shoot. It's basically a way of saying, don't worry, we're not going to fight. And the ship begins moving closer and closer towards the center of this. And as you make your way in, you can see that there is a flotilla of ships, just all latched together with chains and cables and ropes, all drifting together as one big mass in the ocean, with planks and large lengths of wood connecting them from one to another, to another, to another. And distantly, you can hear the sounds of music, you can just hear the sounds of music and shouting and cheering as people are enjoying themselves. And you will kind of be like flagged down by a person in a smaller boat. And they'll look up to you and go, How many?
I'm 8, I think.
No, I think
Seven?
Sadus.
No.
No, I think Cal's coming with us.
Cal is-
First.
He's
No,
coming with
no.
you. Cal is
Yeah,
absolutely
yeah.
coming with you.
No, I thought Rudy was
Cal
No,
wants to
I'm
get
coming.
caught.
I decided to come because I decided to go.
All of
because-
you are coming. Talk to staying on the ship. Harvey is going to come as well,
Seda?
and a few of Sada's crew as well as Seda are going to
Yeah.
come.
So I think it's like 14.
It's just count yourselves. Sada's going to pay for herself, and Harvey's going to pay for himself.
Okay, so 8.
So 8.
So 8. All right, gonna need about 80 gold.
Oh, I don't have gold.
Party funds.
How much gold?
10 gold per person.
I'll toss in 10.
How many platinum is that? I'll just pay.
10 gold is 1 platinum.
So
I
8.
can tell you,
I'll toss
I
the
don't got no money.
Yeah,
I'll
I
toss
don't
the
either.
platinum for myself.
Okay, then I'll toss in the rest. I've got the platinum.
All right. So you toss down a small bag of gold. Seda passes down a bag of gold. And he'll go, all right, someone catch this. And he'll throw something up at you guys.
I'm
Can I
gonna try to
and
catch it.
Oh.
Everyone
You
collides
both-
midair.
You both kind of like do that like juggling thing as you like try and like catch something. It's bouncing between your hands like fuck shit. And eventually you find you're holding a small little cloth bag. And inside of it are a small little assortment of basically little wax, like little hardened wax emblems.
Wax, you say?
Just
God
call
damn
them like bracelets, Connor.
No, they're
wristlets.
little wax emblems that go on a necklace.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like a little string necklace. It goes, that'll get you in for one day. So just keep them on your person. If anybody asks, they're gonna have to see them, and they won't be good for tomorrow. Keep that in mind.
The con badges.
Yep.
Why?
Bought fucking Friday passes for the con, y'all.
That's basically what you guys just
the
did.
classic, like
Oh
tuck
my
it in his
God.
belt
There.
and loop it around.
Yeah, there you go, man.
Morgan's
Yeah.
getting
No.
sticker around her neck
Since you're
with
carrying a
the
prop weapon with you, just
Yeah,
tie it onto the
exactly.
weapon.
This is a cloth. It's
Hey.
not actually metal. It's just meant to look like it.
It's
No coloring.
Look.
It's not actually 25.
look. I'll paint the tip. I'll paint the tips orange. Okay,
Oh, they're
don't worry
probably
about
already painted orange and whatever the hell was in that one guy.
it. Yeah.
Wait, before we go on, can my dog come in, or do I have to pay for my dog?
Dogs are fine.
Yes.
Just make sure it's not a druid.
I'm pretty sure it's not.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's probably a way people see.
Musty's gonna look.
Sneaking in the dream.
Musty's gonna look at Kai and go, "You're not a druid, are you?"
The dog kind of shakes his head back and forth.
No, we're good.
Sneaking into Comic Con dressed as a horse.
god, I
Oh my
wish.
God, this is even better. I love the idea of two guys dressing up in a llama outfit and being like, no, this is my pet llama. I'm passing a deception check. They're good. They're in. Bring in the llama.
This is not the llama you're looking for.
Llama.
Adam Savage. It's Adam Savage. It's Adam Savage at NYCC every year when he goes incognito with his cosplay.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
All right.
you guys all are given your day badges. And you make your way towards a little docking area where your ship is actually treated surprisingly well. You see that a few individuals kind of hold it off with posts, and then kind of position them so that the ship won't come in closer and scrape up against the sides, and it's tied off in multiple ways. And it looks like the ship's going to be staying still. And then you guys all disembark off the boat, and you make your way into the little on-seas carnival. What do you guys want to do?
Okay, what is there?
Morgan's
Where's
gonna
the
check
food?
around and see if she recognizes anyone.
It's
No, you do not.
We gotta find a pamphlet.
Where's the directory?
Is there a registration table somewhere around here?
So there is a if you're just asking around about that, there's
Sally.
what appears to be a lizard folk who's just kind of standing off the side and go, yes, there's a little food table over there. If you want, you can go in a little further towards the center and see the fights. We've got a pretty good contender going on right now. He is kicking some serious ass.
I think I could beat him.
I want to fight him.
I just want the food.
Is he hot?
This is not the first
I
time I've
mean-
been a part of a fighting ring.
I don't know what you're into, so maybe.
Fair.
Mercy's just
Fair.
gonna go, I don't, Gail, you want to come
Well, I
with me
want
and
to say
check this
that.
dude out?
Yeah.
Morgan's gonna tag along.
Ro is also gonna tag along, far away from Morgan,
It's gonna be like
but still go.
Morgan, Gail, Mercy, and Bro, like in a line.
Mercy's just thinking about the fact this is not the first time she's been in a fighting ring, and God, she misses it.
Oh dear.
I'm going with Maddie for food.
Gotcha. So,
I'm so happy we're getting
there-
a carnival.
are there any,
episode.
carnival.
Are there any
It's our
contests
beach-
or anything you can win some money?
It's
Yes, there absolutely is. Ask around a bit. I'm sure someone will point you in the right direction.
Deah wants to play a carnival game.
Yes, there are of course carnival games. I'll have this all ready for you next time, but I want to show you the guys who are fighting, just because I want to get you guys pumped.
Oh wait, but Jill's not gonna be here next week.
Oh yeah, Jill, you won't be here next week.
I don't give a shit. Let's go. Let's party. It's fine. We're good. It's good.
Just assume Lo is drinking.
That's true.
Oh, I know Jill. I know her. Don't worry.
We got lost. We accidentally lost Jill. I mean, we accidentally.
We lost
Lost
Ro at
Ro.
the
Next
carnival.
week is literally the hangover.
I made that joke!
So
Guys,
you guys-
we're making jokes.
you guys make your way further towards the center of this carnival. Listening to the sounds of music piping up all around you is this loud celebratory music is ringing off in the distance. And then the further in you go, the more you're hearing this one voice ringing out loud and clear. And then you're hearing the occasional, oh, yeah, and cheers as people are watching somebody fighting. And you hear this voice ringing out clearly go, all right, boys, all right. So, I'm looking for some more bets from a man in there. Come on now, come on. I know you can put in a little bit more, because look at him. He's kicking some ass. Come on. As you guys look out, you can see that there's a pale-looking man wearing a kind of a leather duster with a gun slung over his back with these bright blue eyes and pale skin and blonde hair as he looks around and shouts and calls to people to bring in these bets. And you can see he's raking it in. And as you guys make your way further and further out in towards the center of the ring to see who's fighting, you watch as a large man, a Goliath, is squaring off against this small, stout figure as he begins throwing punches and Hail Marys, just absolutely pummeling this man who is wielding quite a heavy-looking cudgel and trying to bring it down on this guy who just keeps ducking and dodging and weaving out of the way and just can't manage to get a beat on him. And then you watch as this small tabaxi lands several punches and then ends it with a severe roundhouse kick to the head and knocks this Goliath out cold. And then you watch as this short, stout, snow leopard patterned tabaxi raises his hands up in celebration.
Wait, it's a short.
David,
Carla, I'm not a furry, but I have to ask.
Yes.
Monk there?
Yes. And you hear as the
Oh shit!
and you hear two loud doom dooms as someone fires off a gun in the air and goes, "There you go! All right, come on, who put a bet up against my man Remy? Come on, pay up, pay up." As this blonde-haired man who's been reaping in the back
God.
starts collecting shit.
We literally, Jill just looked at me and said, "Is it the others?"
It's the Druid Tabaxi!
It's the what now?
It's the other!
And
The others.
we will pick up next time as you guys have some fun at the carnival, and maybe a few of you will have some fun fighting against Remy the Scrapper.